Hello, everyone. Welcome to the RPGeeks play Brindlewood Bay. I have wanted to play this game for so long. And not only am I going to play this game for the first time here with you, but we have Jason Cordova running it. So really, how lucky am I? I'm so excited. Hello, everyone. We're the RPGeeks. It's me, Shamini, Fiona. You know us. If you don't, hello, welcome. We're the RPGeeks. It's the three of us. But we're joined by two very, very special guests. The first of which you might recognize from some of our Blood on the Clock Tower streams. It's Markus Copeland. Markus, hello.
Hello.
Who are you? What do you do? Tell the people.
Wow. Hi, everybody. My name is Markus. I stream Blood on the Clock Tower a lot and have a lot of fun doing it. I like to solve puzzles and mysteries.
Yeah.
Ideal for this scenario.
Absolutely.
Oh, perfect.
And I teased it a little bit earlier in a very badly structured introduction, but we are joined today by the creator of Brindlewood Bay itself, Jason Cordova. Jason, hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Before we get going, tell us a little bit about Brindlewood Bay. Like, how did the idea come about? Like, what was the inspiration?
Sure. Yeah. Brindlewood Bay was actually just kind of a sketch for another game. I was working in 2018, or actually like kind of 2019. I was working on this game called Between, which is out now. But back then, I was working on this game, and it was a very like kind of complex design, and I wasn't sure if the mystery system was going to work because it's the Brindlewood Bay mystery system is still quite unique in tabletop role-playing games, and so I didn't want to have to like rewrite the Between if the mystery system didn't work, everything I'd already written. So I was like, I'm gonna do a smaller game that just focuses, it's more focused and smaller in scope. And so I was kind of like bouncing around ideas online, and somebody said, it'd be really cool is like Murder, She Wrote. I'm like, oh yeah, Murder, She Wrote. I love Murder, She Wrote. And then somebody else was like, what if it was like Murder, She Wrote but with Cthulhu? And I was like, yeah, that'd be really cool. And so that's where it came from. And so I knocked out the sort of original 40-page version of the game pretty quickly. It came out in early 2020, and then it took off really like almost from the jump. It was really popular, and we kickstarted the big expanded version in 2022, and now Brindlewood Bay pays all my bills. It's my job. And it we publish lots of other games now too, but Brindlewood Bay was sort of like our first really big like hit. And so it's been really, these old ladies have been really good to me. So.
If anyone would like to would like to play Brindlewood Bay, have we put a link in the chat in the description?
I'll sort it. Yeah,
we haven't. Oh, we have. It's Fiona. You've
I'll
done
put it in the chat
already.
As well. I know.
But there's a link in the chat. There's also
it.
a link in the description if you're watching this later on. So you can check it out. And I think that's all we have to say. So Jason, over to you.
Let's do it. Yeah. All right. So this is a one-shot or a two-shot, I guess, a one-off game of Brindlewood Bay. And so there's certain aspects we're not going to get to go too deep into in the game. But one thing that I want to do is learn a little bit more about the characters than we normally would in a one-off. And so we're going to start with something called the Crown of the Queen. Now, I'll go into more detail on that later. But for now, I've asked you each to select one option from a section of your character sheet called the Crown of the Queen. Each of these options, I believe there's 7, they each explore a different aspect of your character connected to her womanhood, essentially. And so this is our first chance to kind of meet your character. And so we're going to go around the table. Whoever wants to go first can go first, but we'll kind of go in turn, and everyone just say which choice you've made, read it, and then do what it says. And really take a moment to kind of take this time to like also tell us like what your character looks like what their deal is. This is our first introduction to them, right? And so who would like to go first?
I can
go on, Emily.
Everyone's like, I don't know.
Emily, go for it.
You have to make people go. So I think we see Nelly. This is a flashback. So this is a flashback of your fondest memory with one of your children. So I think we go quite far back. So when Nelly was quite young, she's got 2 small children about the age of 8. So she's probably given the sort of time period. She's probably in her early 30s, mid 30s at this point. And she's got this sort of mousy hair that's sort of got a hairband pulling it back, but she's wearing sort of high-necked buttoned up shirt with overalls, and she's in the garden, and she's just like sorting out a flower bed. But she's sort of watching her husband and her daughter playing at the other end of the garden with like a model aeroplane, and they're both like running around pretending to be different kinds of aeroplanes, like fighter jets and, you know, all these kinds. And she's sort of watching and seeing, you see sort of a look on her face where she sort of seems to be not jealous, but not included in that. And as she's watching this, she sort of feels a little gentle tug on her sleeve, and she turns and she sees her son Tom next to her, and he hands over sort of a piece of paper, and she opens it, and he's written her a little poem about the garden and how much he loves the garden. And she sort of very quickly wipes a tear and sort of pulls him in for a big hug. And I think that's where we see Nellie.
Fantastic,
thank you. Ernestine, would you like to go next?
Absolutely. So I went for a flashback as well, obviously. I'm going to narrate a flashback of your fondest memory of your late partner. So I think we see the sort of, what's the word for it? The takedown of a scout camp. It's been a really long, hot summer, and all the boys are being sent off back to their parents after a very successful Eagle Scouts camp. And out of one of the tents comes Ernestine, who is a rather short, plump woman with like sort of, at the time, sort of a very browny blonde hair, sort of mid-length. She looks like she's in her 30s at this point, and she's sort of like waving the boys off and like making sure that she's giving back out the everything that she's the confiscated items, the various yo-yos, and various like maybe versions of pog cards or pogs or trading cards, or just because we want boys to be outside, not inside, like playing with these things. And she looks over towards the dock, and she sees her fiance at the time, Herbert, who is another sort of person that works at the scout camp. And you can see he's, I think, doing the final sort of exercise before that last lot of students, scouts, go back, and it's fishing. And he's in a boat showing the boys how to hook on a worm onto a hook and like throw it out. And he's sort of demonstrating it. At one point, he throws out the line, and you can hear the sort of the whizzing of the reel. He goes and he turns back to the kids and explains that it's often a waiting game. And at that point, that's when something grabs onto the fishing line and pulls. And we have this sort of a cartoonish moment of him pulling, all the boys around him, and also pulling this sort of, trying to get this fish into the thing, and they upend the whole boat, and everyone ends up in the water. And without a moment's notice, Ernestine is like, big, like puff a jacket off or whatever, and then just dives in and goes and helps get all the boys out. Everyone is completely sodden, but Herbert appears like Venus from the shell, holding up this massive sea bass that he's managed to caught at the end. And just that look in his eyes going like, haha, that even in the most diabolical like terribleness of like being in the water, he can always find a moment. And that's what she always remembers, that moment of like this complete like grin, this smugness of like, see, I could do it after all. And she just always remembers that look on his face. And then the feeling of the bass being, or the bass, sorry, being put into her arms and he's like, we're going to eat well tonight for like the end of Boy Scout meal. So yeah.
Wonderful, thank you. Angeli.
I have picked, my character's Angeli, and I've picked a flashback showing how you were an imperfect mother. Many occasions, but I picked a more recent one. So Angeli already very much looking like an old lady, wearing a cotton sari with tracksuit bottoms underneath and a sort of cardigan half over the top. And she is in the kitchen of a kind of small flat that you can tell hasn't been redecorated in many, many decades. Possibly like slightly peeling plastic and just rather unfashionable. And she is cooking in a big karae, and the spices are sizzling loudly. And over the sound of the stirring and the sizzling, she's having a sort of semi-shouted conversation over the phone. And you hear her side of the conversation, which includes things like, I told you I was moving then. Why are you telling I didn't tell? Not Hampshire. New Hampshire. No, I'm not. That is, no, I know it's fine. Grandchildren will be fine. Why does it matter? And this sort of goes on, and you're sort of hearing what sounds like a very dismissive tone as Anjali makes plans to move to New Hampshire, which is where the game is set, right? If I got my geography right. New Hampshire. And this is just before she moved to Brindlewood Bay.
Thank you so much. And finally, Anastasia.
Yes, well, enough of this living in the past nonsense. We're taking it to the present, baby. I have picked a scene in the present day showing a private life of you very few people get to see. And this begins in Anastasia's kitchen. A woman of decently, 5'10", 5'11" in her prime, probably maybe like 5'9" now. But still proud, still very kind of upright, and she's wearing nominally what we could describe as a power suit. High big collars and hair kind of puffed back. This kind of what was once red, now almost shock white hair, kind of like pushed back in a bun, always in a bun, always in a tidy bun, very put together. And usually, if you were ever to turn up at her house, there will be tea waiting for you. A cup of tea, the kettle's on, don't you worry, the English traditions carry on, despite the fact that she's living in America and has a very French name. The English traditions and every instance where someone is there, then there will be a cup of tea. However, in this instance, and in many evenings instances where there isn't a guest, what would normally be tea is in fact substituted for a small bag of coffee found underneath, which she would brew and quite expertly make, indicating that perhaps this has been done many times before. And she would take that coffee upstairs to one of the spare rooms for if a child was visiting, which they rarely do, and the large kind of open, almost floor to ceiling kind of windows with a balcony, with a rocking chair sat there with a much dented cushion. She would take her coffee and not sit in the rocking chair, but in the large, gaudy pink teddy bear next to it with a equally used indentation, and would sit on this big bear. Maybe a little more of a struggle now, but would sit on it and look out into the sunset and see this, beautiful, peaceful seaside bay, and watch the sun go down and reminisce of the times that she spent with her husband and of the gaudy pink teddy bear that he won for her that insisted was the best gift. And she was loath of it, but secretly now is very much a fan.
Thank you. Nellie, your maven move is Scarecrow. At the beginning of the session, a stranger presses something into your hand or leaves something in a place where you find it. Let's do that now.
Okay.
It's nighttime, and your sleep is fitful, we'll say. You know how sometimes you wake up, but you're not entirely sure if you're actually awake? Maybe you're just kind of dreaming, or you're having some kind of night terror. But when you're in that kind of half awake, half asleep state, a little shaft of moonlight coming in from the big glass bay windows in your bedroom, you're fairly certain you can hear in the darkness sort of Let you fall back asleep. I'm sure it was just a dream. And then at another point, you wake up again, and this dream is still going. You see a silhouette of a person now standing in the window, silhouetted by the moonlight, in such sharp relief that you can actually see their chest heaving up and down. But of course you fall back asleep. It's just a dream. And when you wake up, for real, in the morning, someone has placed a little brass pyramid on your night table.
Oh.
It's not yours. Someone's left it there. This brass pyramid, per the move, functions as a clue, but it's not attached to any particular mystery. Now, if we were playing a full campaign of Brindlewood Bay, there'd be multiple mysteries, and you could decide in the future, oh, this is that the pyramid is connected to this, right?
Yeah.
But we just have this mystery for now, and so if you can find a place to make this brass pyramid relevant, then let us know.
Oh, I will.
But just make a note of it for now.
Yeah.
And now we begin our TV show proper. Brindlewood Bay is a television show in the world that it takes place in. And we begin with the classic opening montage. So if you've ever seen, for example, something like Murder, She Wrote or Rosemary and Thyme or a show like that, there's always like a ba 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 ba, and we see Jessica Fletcher on her bicycle waving in the middle distance, right? It's that kind of thing. We're going to go in turn, and we're going to see each of your characters sort of enjoying her life in Brindlewood Bay. There's no dialogue or no role play. It's just a little bit of narration. And I'm going to go in reverse order this time and start with Anastasia.
Anastasia in this brief moment is absolutely pointing and gesturing in two different ways. You hear, go over there. You can't hear what she's saying, but she's indicating. And someone walks away with a large tray of something, and she just puts her hands on her hips and shakes her head and smiles.
Yep. It kind of zooms in right then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great. All right, Angeli.
You see the front of Angeli's house, and in the front yard there is an apple tree. And there are some children climbing the apple tree, and you just see the mouthing of Angeli's yelling, and she's sort of like shuffling out the door, like shaking her fist, and the little children scarper off before she gets anywhere near.
Thank you so much, Ernestine.
You see, again, we maybe follow the sounds of the people shouting and the scampering. Go to Ernestine's house, and as we go through a window, you see Ernestine is sat in a big old chair, looking a lot older than we saw in the flashback, and she is sewing, and you can see like there's these like loads of loads of shirts, and she has like a big pile next to them and another pile of finished shirts next to them, where she's sewing on badges for the locals Boy Scouts, who's various like she'll get a knock at the door and they'll be like, these Boy Scouts going like and she'll take them in, and she'll just sew thousands of these different badges that they've all earned over the thing, so that they have them ready for the next scout meeting. And then she just finishes it, she sort of puts it down, and then she looks and sees that one of them has a button missing, and she goes, typical, and she pulls out I imagine like a basket with many different layers of just thousands of buttons that she's collected over the years, and she just picks one that matches to that shirt and then sews it on quickly before pressing it and then putting it next to her in the pile of finished shirts.
And Nellie.
I think we see Nellie still in her nightgown, coming out of her bedroom holding the brass pyramid. And she goes into her living room and opens up this big sort of, what are they called? It's like a cabinet, but it's got like a desk and things. Anyway, a big
like
bit of
secretary
furniture.
desk or something like that.
Yeah. And she sort of opens up the top layer and places this brass pyramid on top of a box, which is this sort of ornate wooden box that doesn't appear to have any sort of latch or hinge.
Mm. And then our title card comes up with the name of our mystery, Dad Overboard.
Dad Overboard.
Add overboard. Now, if you click on the tab of the character keeper that says mysteries, I have this summary that I'm about to go through. I've put it there so you can read it later. But for now, I'll let you know that you are all members of the Murder Mavens Mystery Book Club. You all have your own individual interests here in the charming seaside town of Brindlewood Bay, but the thing that connects you all is your love of murder mystery books. And in particular, you love a series of books called the Gold Crown Mysteries. The Gold Crown Mysteries are written by a sort of reclusive author, Robin Masterson. No one's ever seen her. And they feature the adventures of international super sleuth. Gosh, I can't remember the international super sleuth's name. And I wrote this game, but it was 100 years ago.
Amanda Delacourt.
Amanda Delacourt, thank you. And these are the books that you love. And so you're particularly into those books. And you meet every Saturday night in the loft of the Candlelight Booksellers. And so I want to take a moment to talk about the Candlelight Booksellers. Now, I'm going to ask you what is called a paint the scene question. So whenever I say let's paint the scene, I'm going to ask you a question. And in the answering of that question, you're going to tell us a little bit about what the space looks, feels, sounds like, but also you're going to be exploring an idea connected to that place. And so for our first paint the scene question, as the camera pans around the loft where you hold the Murder Mavens meetings, what do we see that shows how you have personalized this space? Whoever wants to answer first can.
I think Angeli might have bought some Halloween decorations. You know, like sort of like tasteless ones, like a fake splatter of blood because it's murder themed. Everything's got to be murder themed. So like slightly, tacky plastic, blood and stabbing related Halloween items on the shelves.
Love it.
Whoever wants to go next, please do.
I think
Emily.
I think Nelly has, in sort of stark contrast to the Halloween murder themed decorations, Nelly has bought lots of bunches of little flowers, and has like put lots of little, like there's lots of little various shaped bottles with like 1 or 2 flowers in, just all dotted all around, because she was finding it a little bit much that it was getting all so Halloweeny and scary, and she was just like, no, we'll have some more. Just sort of, there's some daisies and some tulips and some sort of carnations, and it's just very light coloured, pretty flowers.
It's not murder themed though.
They can have flowers.
Before they die.
Or when they die, at a funeral, you tend to have flowers.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing. Okay. Yeah.
She turns to everyone else and goes,
No. I get it. I'm getting it.
I think we also see, I think what Ernestine's brought in is there is a corkboard at the back. And I think from maybe peer pressure, but also influence from Angeli, there is like pictures of the board or pictures of Murder Mavens that, all of our members, but they are connected with red string. So we're all around them, and then you could follow them to be like, this is the head of the board, this is the person who's snack captain for this week, who's in charge of whatever, and it changes on a weekly rotation. And if there's not red string, there's definitely like fishing rod, like variety, like when she's run out of stuff.
Maybe not necessarily something that you see all the time, but definitely something that you acknowledge, whether you know it or not. Is that all of these chairs that we have that we sit around and talk in, the cushions on these chairs that have been brought in by Anastasia with beautiful floral design all match and all, goodness gracious, are lovely to sit on rather than a difficult wooden chair.
I think Nelly first brought the cushions in, and they were all different kinds of cushions. And then next week, it was like, no, we won't use these ones.
Fantastic. It's around 6 p.m. And just as your meeting is ending, you're approached in the bookstore by Brindlewood County's Chief Law Enforcement Officer, Sheriff Wyman Dalrymple. He tells you that earlier that day, a wealthy financier, Albert Krause, was dragged out of the bay. dead. Mr. Krause and his family were on a yachting vacation, and their boat is presently anchored a quarter-mile from shore. The surviving Krauses, wife, two oldest daughters, son, or oldest daughter, son, youngest daughter, they assert that Mr. Krause was drunk and simply fell overboard. But Sheriff Dalrymple suspects foul play. The problem is, if he can't produce evidence that there was foul play, he'll have to let the body go back to Boston. And he wants to keep it here because he thinks there's something going on. Now, one interesting detail about this case, there's a couple of things here. One, he's asking for your help because you have, up to this point, you have helped Sheriff Dalrymple with certain police matters in the town. Your knowledge of murder mystery books makes you particularly well suited to understand the minds of killers, obviously. And so you have been some help in some crimes that have happened over the past few years. And he's coming to you once again for your help with this. He explains to you that Mr. Krause's body is currently being held in the cold storage at the fish market. This is because despite the fact that Brindlewood Bay has the highest murder rate per capita in the country, there is no morgue because the town council thinks that a morgue conflicts with their image of a lovely coastal vacation town. And so the body is currently being held in the fish market. As it turns out, the sort of manager of the fish market, he is a friend of the Krauses, and so he's doing the family this favor. He has asked you for your help in just getting some evidence of foul play. You do not, and he emphasizes, you do not have to actually solve the mystery yourselves. That's what he's for. But of course, you're free to disregard that. Indeed, you will be disregarding that. And so we're not going to roleplay this scene, but you can come talk to him later if you want. But he tells you this. He's given you a couple of leads. The body's at the fish market, if you want to go try to take a look at that. He is having actually kind of a hard time getting access to the body because the family is sort of making that difficult. And so maybe you can do that. Also, if you want to go out to the yacht itself and talk to the family, you can do that. It's not too late to get a boat to go out there. And then you can also investigate in any other manner you wish. The thing about Brindlewood Bay and all of my games is that there are no restrictions in how you investigate the mysteries. I don't have a list of like where everything is, and so you have to go to certain places. You can do this however you want, but I have given you a couple of leads to start. And so I think we'll open still in the loft of the bookstore. You all can chat for a little bit, decide how you want to tackle this. You've got about an hour or so of daylight left, but don't let that stop you. Investigating at night is equally fun. And he leaves. The sheriff is gone. You've learned everything you can learn from him. And so let's begin.
Jason, can I ask you,
Yeah.
like, how in the game in general and in this two-parter do we feel about splitting up versus staying together?
I think you should split up.
Great.
So in this game there's no. It's not like D&D where there's like a danger of splitting up. Like there's no particular danger of splitting up in this game. So you can cover more ground. But in pairs is great. Or if you want to go strike out on your own, that's fine too. But let's just have the scene with the four of you having heard this and having been given this task by the sheriff, whether you want it or not. And so I'll turn it over to you, and I'll interrupt whenever the time is right. Role play.
This is excellent news.
Well, it's not excellent, Angie.
It is very sad. This poor man. I just wish I could go pay my respects to his corpse.
Okay, you don't have to like overdo it. It's
Okay, let's go look at body. Let's look for clues. All this stuff we can do. Oh, yes. Okay.
But we do so in a respectful manner. Remember, we must be respectful.
Such a respectful manner. So respectful. You won't even believe.
More so than last time, please.
the mistakes were made. It's fine.
We can
Maybe
look
you
at
should
the
go to the
body,
boat.
We don't turn it over.
Depending on if there are any clues underneath, then maybe we won't turn it. We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, Ernie, you can get a boat, right?
Oh yeah, I've got a boat. I can go. I'm not just good round people, so I don't know if one of you wants to. I don't want to be like, oh no, I'm sorry for your loss. Move on, kind of.
Well, I don't think they're going to be at the fish market. You see.
Oh
No, they'll be on the boat, right?
We're
Maybe on
still
the
on the
yacht.
boat, maybe.
mm.
Then go like one pirate ship, coming slowly, quietly in the dark, coming to the side, and then I don't know, they'd like jump overboard or not overboard.
No, that's what he did apparently. He jumped,
but
yeah.
no, you
Probably
can
caught
jump
it.
from your boat into
On
their
board.
boat.
A
On
boarding
the board,
party.
jump on
Right.
the
It's
board
moored. We can just walk onto it.
Oh yeah,
and
walk
look
the plank.
around and ingratiate yourselves there with them.
Although we should be careful. If we walk by the main entrance, there might be a man waiting there, ready to jump out. So maybe we need to take a boat onto the other side.
Yeah.
Have you seen weird men in your house too?
No,
What?
no. I'm
What?
just. One should always be careful of strange places where men could be waiting to jump
Yes.
out.
Don't let
Yes, of
strange men
course.
in your houses or letting them jump out on you. Nothing like that, please.
No, I wouldn't do that. It's
Has a man been waiting to jump out on you?
no,
Yeah,
it was a dream, bad dream. You know. Sorry, I'm conflating.
I often have dreams about men. Sometimes they're bad. But sometimes
Janet
they're good.
Flock,
Oh.
the owner of the bookstore.
Hi, Jan.
She is a bookish-looking woman with kind of horn-rimmed spectacles and a short blonde bob and a cardigan. And she says, "Ladies, I'm very sorry, but we're getting ready to close. I hope you had a good meeting."
Yes, lovely. Thank you.
Yes. I wanted to let you know we are set to get the brand new Gold Crown Mystery soon.
When?
So
When is it coming?
I think. Let's see. Well, I'll check it later. But
The publication date is in
You
2
don't even
weeks'
know.
time, so we would expect it
sure.
before
Get
then.
any earlier.
maybe we should do some kind of like special. We could do like a display. Sort
Ooh.
of. I don't know. Like a. Maybe we could have like a little like in-shop murder mystery party. That would be fun, right?
Like a little mini gala. I can absolutely
It
help.
wouldn't.
Yes, of
I-
course.
I don't know about a gala, but I don't think we have the budget for a gala. But we can discuss it later. But I've got to close up now, and so she's ready to like shuffle you on
She's
your way.
shuffling, yeah.
Yeah, very
Yes,
busy
yes, we're
anyway.
good. Yes.
And as
Busy.
exceptionally useful old ladies, we will of course stand around talking for another 5 or 6 minutes.
Correct. Yeah. Right.
Um,
So who's gonna go where?
Well, I'm happy to go to the boat.
Corpse.
You want to go with the corpse again, Angie?
Who's team
Okay.
boat and who's team corpse?
Team corpse.
Nelly.
Let me
Corpse.
up to you. I'm not. Where do you want to go?
I'll go with Angeli and make sure that she
Right.
is careful with her inspections.
I think that makes sense. I will. I guess do the talking
You can swim, can't you, Nelly?
better than I can fly.
Good. Come on.
Right.
Let's fast forward a little bit. So, Brindlewood Bay is it's a tourist town. This is tourist season. It's kind of late in the summer. I think as you're all kind of going the different ways that you're going, you all kind of generally have to go down near the docks because that's where both the fish market and the boats are at. You'll kind of see a lot of evidence of like the town and its purpose, right? Like at one point you'll probably see more than one young family, kind of on vacation, definitely from out of town. Mom doing her best to keep her tired, unruly children calm. Somewhere else you see like a small child wailing in anguish, like just pure heartrending sorrow as they watch their ice cream cone melt on the boardwalk. As we sort of move, those of you who are going to the marina, or actually you're all in the marina, but we're going to split up here in a moment. You kind of have the smell of salt spray. There are gulls declaiming overhead, and of course all these tourists and locals. Let's paint the scene again, everyone. It is a busy time of year at the marina. In what ways are the tourists making it difficult for you to conduct your investigation?
I think there's probably a group of English tourists who have drunk too many beers and are making a ruckus and are outside like I guess it wouldn't be a pub, it would be a bar. And a sort of not actually fighting each other, but like play fighting with each other, and we have to sort of dodge out the way, even though we're old ladies, and it's tutting, lots of tutting as they go past.
I think as well, with more people out on the boardwalk, there's lots of fish and chips being eaten, as well as like hot waffles and ice cream, and so as a result all the coastal birds, so that seagulls, are sort of dive bombing, and they get to a point where they're so confident that we maybe have a standoff at some point with these seagulls just like coming to batters and stuff like that, and we're just having to just like sort of shark our way through, just get quickly through the crowd with all this food everywhere.
Parents letting their children run. Some of them are running at the seagulls. Some of them are running. They should not be allowed to run. It is very inconvenient.
And can you believe the circus is in town? So there are street performers just trying to entice people by doing kind of little segments of a lot of things to get people to want to go to the big show that's happening kind of every evening. And they're just scattered around. There's some jugglers. There's some, some caricaturists and artists, and there's just a lot of hubbub in a place where usually very little hubbub, more bub, less hubbub.
I think at one point before you all split up, you'll see a young woman who is clearly not from around here. She has her phone like up, kind of at a almost like at a selfie angle, talking directly into it. Hey guys, I'm here in Brindlewood Bay, and before we take a little tour of the marina, be sure to hit like and subscribe, okay? All right, let's see what we got. Oh my gosh, look at these little old ladies. Come here, ladies. And she comes over there and she kind of like just inserts herself between the four of you. And she's kind of holding her camera up and doing her best to kind of get you all in the shot. She's like, this is so cool. You are like genuine elderly New England women. This is like,
we're not
just
from
so charming.
here.
No, in fact, been living here for a while, but definitely not from New Hampshire.
Right. Well, yeah. Yes, New Hampshire, a notorious melting pot.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, all of my followers. Do you see?
Are you
this
doing a
number right here?
FaceTime?
I look behind me.
Hello.
Are we being followed?
Yeah, this is an Insta
Are
live.
my grandchildren watching this?
I don't know. Do your grandchildren love like really like awesome influencer lifestyle content?
I don't know what it is.
Like that. Ask them if they're watching. Tell them everything's fine here. Don't worry about it, okay?
You need to call them, Angie. You have to call them eventually.
No, they're watching the on the iPad and all that.
This is going on for a minute. Who of the four of you is most annoyed by this influencer? It's got to be Ernestine, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. And I just see, like, again, because I from previous years back at the scout camp, when we had more into with this technology and stuff sort of coming in, I just remember the summer of the YOLO and everyone shouting YOLO and hashtag this, and I'm just a thundercloud.
They're all 6-7ing now, right? Like,
yeah, and I'm like, what? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, my you just see a close up on Ernestine's hand as it just goes into a fist. So she doesn't do anything.
Let's click over to the moves tab, and I want to do the day move here, Ernestine.
No. What does this mean? What's happening? There are moves. Oh my god.
The day move says, when you do something risky or face something you fear, and I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna loose interpretation of facing something you fear. What are you afraid is gonna happen right now?
What am I afraid is going to happen? I think I'm going to lose my cool and snatch that phone and throw it into the marina.
Fantastic.
Oh,
100%.
In the bay.
How are you trying to keep your cool, if at all?
I think I'm just being as quiet as because I think Ernestine like usually is just she's that calm presence that sneaks in and out of places. So I think she's just trying to just keep as calm as she can and just like ignore it. Even if the camera gets into her face, you just sort of like, again, just like old lady, like just like ignoring it. So I think just pushing down the feelings inside is what she's trying to do.
Let's go with composure then.
Yeah.
So the move says roll with composure, and let's see what you get. You have a 1 on composure.
Yes, I do. All right, so I'm gonna roll 2d6.
Yeah, you add them and then add the 1.
Oh, that's a 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
On a 10 plus, you do what you intended, or you hold steady. Describe how you're keeping it together, please.
I think as the other three are sort of bickering a little bit, I'll be like asking this influencer questions. I think I take a moment. I do a big box exercise breathing, and then I'm like, ladies, we have a mission to do, and I just stop in my tracks and just let them, and I think everyone just stops, and then the influencer maybe just loses interest because we're just not engaging with her and just ignoring her, because ignoring them is the way you get around influencers.
Nelly was trying to swipe through the filters to find one she liked.
I like that. We see like Nelly with cat ears or something.
Yeah,
right? Awesome. All right. I think we can split here. So 2 of you were going to the fish market and 2 of you were going to commandeer a boat. Let's start with the fish market. Now, the lead that you have from the sheriff, this friend of the family who also kind of runs the fish market, his name is Etienne Beauregard. You all will know him. He's a local. He's considered like a local handsome man, Etienne Beauregard. He's a little younger than all of you, but kind of like middle-aged. And the fish market, it's one of those places where like it's a functioning fish market. Like you can go, like buy fish, but it's really more of like a tourist thing. Like it's meant to be sort of like, it's like Pike Place in Seattle, if you know that, right? Like it's very like a touristy thing. In fact, when the 2 of you get there, you see the fishmongers. They're like tossing like sea bass back and forth, like to kind of perform for the crowd, right? You can feel the wet grit beneath your shoes. There are Edison lights kind of strung artfully overhead, and the sun is just going down, so you're getting, kind of that fun kind of ambiance. Let's paint the scene. Everyone answers, even if you're not there. What do we see that reminds you why you love the fish market? Or what about this place makes you hate coming down here? Your choice.
I think this fish is overpriced. I want it. It is not a good price. It's very frustrating.
I think what Ernestine loves about the fish market is that there is, like, as with all things that are a little bit touristy, there is some sort of mascot akin to Billy Bass sort of thing, but it's just it is but a big sort of plastic like fish of some sort that's stood up, but that you can take pictures with it.
No.
And it is called like Billy or something like that, like horrific.
I love the idea that like it's motion sensor, and so whenever you
Yes.
walk by it, it like yells some catchphrase at you or something.
It's just like catch of the day.
Yeah.
You're
a real cat.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it goes off
it.
constantly. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it.
And like if someone walks past at the same time, halfway through a phrase, it just starts the phrase again. And it's
Oh,
like,
no.
you're the catch of the
catch.
of the day. I think Nelly really quite likes the fish market, but in general doesn't like one thing about it, which is that the floor always has like ice chips on it, so it gets quite slippy. And she's taken a tumble there before, so she's sort of a little avoidant of it.
Thrown us in danger. You're not even here. I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Really nice about it actually is ages ago there was some sort of kind of event here, and then someone strung up some like colorful, like almost like small bauble like lights, and whoever strung them up never took them down, and they have become a staple of this place. And it brings some warmth to what's otherwise quite a cold area, and it just makes it feel a little more homely.
Let me be reminded who is here. It's Anastasia and Angeli, right?
It's Team A, yes.
That's right. Very good.
Yeah, it's the 18.
It's not
Let me
Knight
set this-
Rider.
Let me set the scene for you a little bit. So you've seen everything as we've described it, but also Etienne Beauregard, who is the one person, the name that you have, he is actually right out front, and I'll tell you what he's doing in a moment.
Good.
The main sort of like fish market area is just a bunch of like individual stalls where they sell like different types of fish to customers and tourists and things. And then there is like the back cold storage area, which is where the body is. There is a way to kind of, if you wanted to sneak in, there's a way to go through the back, or you can try to like work your way in from the front. That's up to you. There's also probably like a little administrative office area. But let's start with Etienne though, just to begin. Etienne is there doing his like French lover of the sea routine, right? He's got like a little like red beanie cap and kind of artfully tight blue like kind of blue kind of like chambray shirt, right? He looks very much like he just jumped off a box of the box art of a box of fish sticks or something. Silver beard, very hale, and he has this like, there's this like tourist family that he's kind of entertaining, and a group of other people too. And he's got this big fish in his hands, and he's doing this little like, he's doing his little thing. He's like, le poisson, hi hi hi, ha ha ha, and he kind of occasionally like dive bombs with the fish to like get the fish to like to get people to like kiss the fish, So he's like teasing the sort of father of this family, like, "Oh, monsieur, you want to kiss le poisson? Ha ha ha, don't you?" And the the kids and the wife are laughing. He's doing this whole thing, right? Anastasia, Angeli, what are the two of you doing?
Simply, I know how this works. Etienne, ooh, Etienne,
Ooh.
Oh, we have another lover of le poisson. Come here, madame. Come.
I will approach him.
Ah, this is Madame Clemence, a local. And he's really overdoing it on the French accent, right? And everyone's kind of like nervously, like, waving at you like, hi. What are you doing then?
Hello, hi. Etienne, darling, perchance do you have anything that we could maybe we could step behind the scenes? There's something maybe we need to look at.
Yes, I will be on the break very soon. You have to just give me a minute. And he's trying to get these people to buy this fish, right? Angeli, what are you doing in the meantime?
I am looking and seeing this happen. I will step to the parents who are looking, and I will say, "It is good fish. If you want good fish, you can buy good fish from here. It is good quality fish that is looking like a nice fish. You want to buy the fish? Buy it and go."
But what are we going to do with the fish? We're from California.
They have even fish there. They have, that is right by the sea. Even I know this.
And so that's all going on. We'll get to this in a minute. Let's go back to the other group. So do you have your own boat, Ernestine, like parked there?
Yeah, I think it is like a rowboat-esque. I think it was Herbert's, like, so it's all a bit battered and stuff like that.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's not like a yacht or anything.
Yeah,
so.
It's getting late enough to where there actually aren't very many people around there.
Mm-hmm.
You do see, there's a couple of like smaller, like kind of pleasure boats, and then there's like some little like fishing boats and things. The Krause's yacht, that actually has to park out a little ways because it's too big to come in. And so that's where you're headed. So you got to just take a boat over to it. You will see, kind of sitting on a little pylon, a grizzled, salt-encrusted old man, Mr. Isaiah Langmore, the ostensible harbor master, though it's unclear if he actually really does anything. And he sees the two of you, and he says, "Don't you think it's a little late to be getting out on the water, ladies?"
We're not that old.
Oh, hello. No, we're just going for a little
Little jaunt.
round the marina.
A little jaunt.
Yeah.
It's nearly nighttime.
Oh, it's better at night. There's less people out.
The water still works at nighttime, Isaiah.
Yeah.
You are tempting the dark waves. You are
Ooh.
practically insulting the
Oh.
sea by
Mm.
going out at night,
No.
as if you're not scared of her. You ought to be scared of her.
I'm very scared of the sea. Just that's why we're going to stay in the boat.
I felt her cold, watery embrace once when I was a young man.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
My boat capsized,
Oh.
and I sunk, and I thought I was dead.
But you weren't.
No.
Here you are, standing in front of us.
Telling us about the dangers of the sea.
She spared me.
No.
She spared
Kind.
me. And because of that, I have always tried to do my level best to respect her and to warn others about the dangers.
Oh, I feel warned. Do you feel warned,
I
Nelly?
feel exceptionally warmed.
Right.
My
Well, listen-
voice has changed. I'm
Well-
not American suddenly.
No, it's all right. We'll get you in the boat. You'll have a nice jaunt, and it will come back. I'm
Oh
sure.
my.
A nice jaunt, a nice jaunt on the
respectful.
dark waters of the ocean.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Oh, look, she's wandered off to find her accent. Look, I'll get it. So, it'll be fine. Look, and I'll go to him. I was like, look, if you want, you can watch us go around the bay and make sure we're not breaking any rules. And I go, wink.
And he's not going to stop you. He doesn't have any ability
Yeah.
to stop you.
Sorry, I can't see Jason. I'm just
But
going to refresh
you
it.
can get on the boat and head out. I do want to check in again with the other group.
Mhm.
Do we have Emily back?
Emily is
You're
there.
apparently invisible to Emily.
And
So
I think she's
she's
invisible
there.
to you, but you carry on with your scene with the other two,
Okay.
and we'll get Emily back. Don't
Each
worry.
other.
I can't see or hear Jason.
Sorry, Emily, why don't you turn off your computer and come back? Let's do that. Yeah,
Turn it off.
Yeah, come turn it off and turn it on again.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, go for it, Jason. We'll get her back in a second.
Etienne kind of finishes his little thing, with a rousing. He leads the group in a rousing rendition of La Marseillaise, but like with fish puns in the middle of it. And when he's all done, he kind of comes up to you, then Anastasia, and he's like, "All right, I'm good. What is it?"
You are so performative sometimes, and it's actually quite breathtaking to watch. But we're here on business. We need...
Breathtaking to watch. I didn't
Be
know I was
quiet.
going to get flirted with tonight, Ms.
Well,
Clement.
what can I say? Anyway, no, we're here on business. We can't be discussing such things now. Angeli,
Hello.
looking at the fish, you can't afford it. There's a body, and we need to have a look at it.
Yes, please. Thank you.
I think he kind of like says, I don't know anything about a body.
I think the sheriff thinks otherwise.
There is one body and you don't know anything about it? We will go and check it out for you because that is a serious.
Let's just take a step back here. I'm not supposed to know about what you think you know about and that I may or may not know about. But in any case, I don't think I can approve of that.
If
And
you don't know, then you don't have to approve because you don't know what you're not knowing about. So there is no approving. So we will just go and have a check of your back fish stock.
I
Stop
can't.
pushing that back.
Do you have a warrant? I can't allow that.
Etienne,
A warrant
Etienne.
just for fish?
Etienne, darling,
This is warrant for fish.
Tr-
Fish warrant.
trust
We don't
us.
have a fish warrant.
we're on official police business.
Official police
Official-
business. Where's your badge?
The sheriff asked us to look into this
Why isn't the sheriff here looking into this?
because he is following up elsewhere. We know we don't have a morgue, so this is difficult for him, and he's got investigations to run.
I think
Busy
this
man,
is-
the circus
I think-
isn't it?
I think this is going to be the day move to convince Etienne to let you go back there, or to at
Sure.
least turn a blind eye. Since you kind of kicked it off, Anastasia, I'll go with you. What are you afraid is going to happen right now? This is the day move.
I'm afraid he's not he's not going to realise that we're working with the police, and is going to think that we're just being nosy and incompetent. And we are, but we're also working with the police.
My instinct is to say that you're using presence to try to convince him, like which is kind of like just to kind of like talk him into it. So go ahead and roll 2d6 and add your presence score.
I will add a 0 to this. Good news, I rolled an 8.
Nice.
However, that is actually not good news.
Well, it's not the worst news. On a 7 to 9, I will tell you how your actions would leave you vulnerable, and you can choose to back down or go through with it. The way you're going to be vulnerable is he will let you, he will turn a blind eye. If you want to try to sneak back there, he won't stop you. So that's kind of partly how you're going to be vulnerable. He's not just taking you back there. The second thing, though, is for this, 2 things. You have to kiss Le Poisson, and you have to go have a coffee date with him tonight after he gets off work. So if you're going to agree to this, we'll continue. Otherwise, you have to try another way.
Kiss the fish, Markus.
I can kiss the fish for you. You have the nice date. I will kiss the fish. We will look at a corpse. All will be well.
If I must go on the date, then perhaps we can have ourselves a rendezvous later on.
He says,
Essentially, kiss your fish.
okay, ladies, listen. Yes, I do have Albert's body in the back. I'm an old friend of the Krauses, and I'm just trying to do them a favor, but no one has any right to look at this body. This is a total accident. We're just holding the body until the family can take it back to Boston. But I would be happy to turn a blind eye to anyone who might be sneaking back there. If said person sneaking back there would maybe go on a Starbucks date with me in a couple of hours.
Starbucks only.
Well, we could go to Dark Star, I guess, but coffee is my point, and not you, Angeli, Anastasia.
I can drink coffee.
Well, you know that I'm not spoken for anymore, so...
Don't settle for Starbucks, so Anastasia. You are better than Starbucks.
No.
And if one of you kisses Le Poisson, Angeli.
She get the coffee and I'm getting... It is a very nice fish.
Those are my terms.
Anastasia, how do you feel about this coffee?
I prefer tea, but we do what we can.
We will make sacrifices in the interest of solving murder. I mean, mystery. I mean, nothing is happening. Don't worry, sir. Everything
I'd like
is
to
fine.
suggest that Etienne, that you have like kind of a slightly antagonistic history with Etienne and Angeli, which is why he's chosen
Why?
kiss the fish with you.
Imagine. I can't imagine that.
I like the idea of you like maybe you routinely harass him about the prices,
Yeah,
and so he says, and he's kind of like moving the fish in, and he's not actually going to make you do it. He's just teasing you, but he will kind of like. He's like, okay, I'm going to go to my office now, and I'm going to not look while you go past me to
Good,
that
hurry up.
hallway on the
Go,
left.
go, go. Oh, left. Thank
Yes,
you. I
well,
know. I mean, thank you.
Indeed. We'll come back to this. Okay. You're getting in the boat.
Yep.
Carefully.
The two of you are there. Is it a rowboat or does it have a motor?
Of course, it's a rowboat.
Oh, man.
Right. You on 3.
Right.
We have to do it
Oh,
like, together.
Okay.
Yeah,
At
ready?
least it's a rowboat, Isaiah says from the
Why is
pier.
that different?
Because it's the old ways, and the sea respects the old ways.
We respect the sea, as we've said.
Yeah. Good sea. I pat it with the.
You look lovely tonight.
All right. I'm ready. Heave. We're together.
Ah,
Oh,
Go around in a circle for a little bit.
Ernestine, I have not been to the gym for a long time.
This is good practice. Bracing. Brace.
This is a terrible
She's
idea.
got
I'm
garden
worried about
around.
this.
She's fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
I think
Oh,
you
no.
get this is maybe harder than you expected.
Didn't realize it was a rowboat.
And I think as you're still within eyeshot of Isaiah, who's standing on the end of the pier scowling at you
God.
as your little boat is going out there. And then you hear, much as I have in real life here, you hear a rumble. And you see a large dark storm cloud
Oh no.
coming in.
Ernie, I don't know if this
We
is a
gotta
good
outrun
idea.
the storm.
Isaiah hollers from the pier, I warned ye! I warned ye about the anger of the sea.
Well, then go get the lifeboat, Isaiah.
No, don't. We'll be fine. Come on. Heave. Brace.
We get to the big boat, it'll be fine.
Brace. Yes.
I do think this is going to be. I think we are fully in the night mood. Now.
Oh, no.
It's nighttime.
What does that mean? That doesn't sound
This
good.
is a little harder and more dangerous.
Oh no.
You don't get very far at all. It's only a quarter mile away, but you don't get very far at all before the water starts to get really choppy. And the boat is like bobbing up and down like pretty wildly. And I'm going to have you both do the night move to basically get to the yacht safely. Let's read the move. It says when you do something risky or face something you fear, we're kind of doing both. You're going to name what you're afraid will happen if you fail or lose your nerve. I'm going to start with Nellie. Nellie, what are you afraid is going to happen right now if this goes badly?
Oh, she's afraid that she's going into the sea and is going to drown in the sea, or at least get like washed up on the shore, all like bedraggled and in pain. Get hurt.
Angeli, I can't wait to solve this mystery with you, just as a duo.
Yeah.
I will then tell you how it is worse than you fear. It's worse than you fear. You are going to get tossed into the sea. And furthermore, Isaiah was right. Something pulls you down to the bottom. And that's the last we see of poor Nellie.
Too soon to be murdering the mavens with a
First
murder.
half,
Mavens.
first game.
Murdered mavens.
If you wish to continue on this boat journey, you have to tell me how you are trying to stay aboard. What are you doing to like
Okay.
to keep your sea legs?
Yeah. I mean, I think she sort of gives up on rowing in the sense of like moving and starts using the oar as like more of a balancing, like keeping the boat at the right angles. Like she spent a lot of time watching her late partner talk about flying and planes, so she knows about like the movements of transport, and she's like, right, I know how that works. I'll just apply it to the boat. And like when she sees a big wave coming, she works out where the weight is going and tries to like shift her weight to keep the boat the right way up.
Fantastic. You're going to roll with vitality.
Okay.
So let's take a look at your vitality score, which
I've
is
got a 1.
A 1. That's really good, actually.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll vitality and see how you do.
So I roll 2 and
2d6. Yeah.
Yep, 2d6. Add them and add 1.
it's 11 total.
Nice.
Oh.
6 and 4.
We'll describe the scene in a moment, but I'm going to check with Ernestine. Ernestine, same question. What are you afraid is going to happen right now?
I think it's like she's used to like choppy waters and stuff, but I think it is Isaiah honestly saying, Isaiah was right, but to the point where like he will never
want the man
let
to
us
be right.
down. He would never let us down. Like it will never forget it. Like every time we're in town, he'll just always remember that time you sunk your own boat and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's Isaiah being right and us losing the boat. I think is it.
How is it worse than that? It's worse than that. Isaiah has to rescue you.
No.
And furthermore, I think he's not lying. You will have some kind of curse of the sea,
Oh no.
like on you as well.
Nellie's having a bad day.
How are you trying to resist or keep your sea legs?
I think I am. If Nellie's like doing the balancing things, I am then just fully like thinking back to my scouting days. I am doing with one, which is one oar, whilst Nellie's got the other one. I'm doing like the back and forth, but over a big rowboat. So I'm just shifting back and forth, pushing myself. Yeah. So if anything, whilst Nellie's balancing, I'm causing the rocking, but in order for us to get faster through the waves.
Fantastic. You're rolling vitality also, please.
Super.
Have you got good
which is a 0 for you.
Okay.
All right, 2d6 for 0. A 9.
9. On a, let's see, read the 7 to 9 result.
Mhm.
On a 7 to 9, you do it or hold steady, but there is a complication or cost. I'll describe what it looks like.
Mhm.
So I don't think I need anything else from you, Nelly. I like how you've described how you're keeping it together, right? The boat is kind of rocking kind of wildly. And I think what happens is you don't go overboard or anything, Ernestine. You don't you're not going to get the curse of the sea or anything like that. I do think what's going to happen though is you slip and you just like bonk your head on one of the seats of the boat.
Ernie!
And you actually pass out.
Excellent. Fantastic.
And now it's
No,
Nelly on the water
Nelly.
trying to get to the yacht.
No!
This is the most consequential quarter-mile boat ride ever.
Just like, okay, Ernie, like slaps Ernie a little bit, like wake up, okay, she's dead, and it's just gonna
snoring.
try and like keep rowing and just try and get to the boat as quickly as possible, while maybe shouting, "Hello, help, hello, not you, Isaiah,
No.
the yacht people, please, hello."
Ernestine, take a condition. You're
Yep.
gonna take a condition, rattled.
Rattled, okay.
Yes.
Ugh.
Let's go back to, we've got our break in what, like 15 minutes or so? Let's go back to the other scene then.
We've
So-
just kissed a fish. Dramatic stuff.
Etienne's going to turn a blind eye while the two of you go towards the back. That's okay. You get back there, and what is already a cold place becomes incredibly cold. Like maybe your teeth start to chatter. Like it's very, very cold. You're dressed for this, right? You see a bunch of surly sorts kind of having a cigarette back there. There's a really strong fishy smell. You have to find the actual like locker or cold storage part of it. I want to paint the scene first, though, everyone. What do the Mavens see or otherwise experience that makes you think they're being watched?
I mean,
Can I do a really silly one?
yeah.
There's a big fish on the wall, and its eyes, when you like walk past, you're like, wait, did its eyes move? And following, they're just moving very slightly, but not if you're looking at it.
Looking at it. God.
And it could just be a trick of the light, you're not sure, but the fish's eyes appear to be moving.
It's silent. Usually you'd hear someone like chopping fish or two men kind of like talking or some sort of background sound, but there's the din of the harbor, but here there's actually no sound at all.
I like that.
Sorry if anyone had any plans that involved me.
No, that's all right.
No.
You don't now.
Do you have one, Shamini? Because I can go next.
Oh, no, you go.
I think as you sort of step in, there's just a moment where I think through various previous cases, we all, murder mavens always look up to the ceiling, and we do see like hidden behind like a netting or a bit of light, there is like the red light of a camera, but it's not a camera as we would suspect as a CCTV. It's definitely like a light of some sort that's sort of hidden in there.
I think the chaps who were out in the hallway, I think they are also like very quiet, and there's they sort of conveniently disappear. You maybe hear faintly the sound of the doors that they went through and closed opening again just as you sort of pass or turn away.
I want to memorialize the last scene a little bit. First thing for Anastasia, take a condition coffee date or coffee tea date if you prefer, just to note that has to happen. But it'll be a condition for now. And Angeli, I would like to go a little bit deeper on Etienne. Is there antagonism between the two of you?
Anjali has antagonism with many people. Etienne is just one more.
Indeed. I'm going to give you a condition. We're just going to call it marked by Etienne for now. What it means, maybe we'll find out later. But in any case, the scene. Let's just have the scene with the two of you. Have the scene, and I'll interrupt as needed.
Right. Well, remember what Amanda would always do. We need to examine the fingerprints.
Amanda, I think, would want to know what is underneath this body. That is, I think, quite key.
No.
Often you don't know what you're missing until you're looking.
Are we at the body, by the way?
Yeah,
Or-
we
can be there. Yeah. So inside the sort of back area, there's an actual like large, like kind of essentially like a walk-in freezer, right? And when you go inside this walk-in freezer, I think like you almost get like kind of run over by a person who's pushing a big like ice-packed cart filled with a cornucopia of the sea, like black sea bass, bluefish, mussels, crabs, that kind of thing. But once you dodge that, and there's not an actual danger, you can kind of slip into the actual like freezer. And there are shelves with, again, more fish just kind of stacked and stacked and stacked. But there's one shelf that has what is very clearly a body wrapped in a tarp, tucked into it. Not sure how sanitary this is, but we're gonna just not think about that for now. And it is just the two of you in there right now. So, Anjali, what do you do?
Okay, we need to be very fast because I am going to freeze to death. So we are going to very quickly. Let us, respectfully take these cloths down. Come.
Yes, I agree. I know I said we can't turn the body over, but it looks like we're going to actually have to unwrap the body.
Exactly, it's all wrapped up. Okay, quick. No time to lose. Yes.
You can unwrap the body enough to see that it is indeed a kind of middle-aged man. He is wearing a waterlogged and quite frozen now, like kind of velvet smoking jacket, and blue pallid skin. Anjali, now that you have access to the body, what do you do?
I'm just looking all over. Clues can come in many forms. You never know. Looking at the skin, at the what is he having in pockets and all that,
Okay, good. So just a kind of a quick examination.
Looking.
We're going to do our first meddling move here. So go to the move tab. The meddling move says, when you search for a clue, conduct research, or otherwise gather information, describe how you're doing it. You've done that. And I think you're going to roll with reason in this case. So roll 2d6 plus your reason.
You are muted, Charms, just so you know.
Muted. 6. That is a 6.
Oh no!
Oh, it's the wrong body.
Let's read the move.
This is a fish. It was a fish the whole time.
On a a miss is not defined, so I get to just react however I wish. You're looking through the body. What are you doing in the meantime, Anastasia?
I'm looking at the shoes.
Okay.
Specifically, I'm looking at the shoes. Are there scuffs on the shoes? Does it he was in a scuffle beforehand?
Same thing. Make the meddling move with reason.
Okay. I'm reasonable, am I? I am reasonable.
Oh, okay. That's what you think. You think you're reasonable.
That is also a 6.
Oh,
Incredible.
No. 2 misses on the table. Oh, I've got an idea. The two of you are kind of searching the body. You're kind of doing this. It's very cold. The lights cut off. There's just a little square of light coming in from the freezer door. So you can kind of see a little bit, but not much. But you do hear the distinct chunk of the door being latched, perhaps.
We're all going to die.
And then in that little shaft of light, you see the distinct glint of metal, gunmetal. And then you hear a voice. It's been disguised so you can't tell anything about the person. I'm very sorry this has to be this way. You shouldn't be here right now. And they raise the gun. Who they're pointing it at, not entirely clear.
They can't see, it's dark in here.
We'll come back in a moment. Actually, this might be a good place to take our break.
I was going to say, that feels like a cliffhanger.
Yes.
With no clues currently found.
That's fine. How all Brindlewood Bay starts, right?
All going to die.
Before we head out to break, if it's okay, if it's okay, Fiona or Emily, rather, I'd like to take like maybe 15 minutes, if that's all right.
Yeah,
That's
so
absolutely fine. Yeah,
before we head to the break, though, we'll do our quick lore drop as part of sort of the Brindlewood Bay.
Do we want to do that now, or do we want to do that after the break?
I was going to check with Shamini. Do you want to do it now, or do you want to do it later?
After the break would be slightly better, but
Sure. Let's take the 15-minute break now, and then we'll do it before we jump back in. Sounds good.
A couple of things here before we go. We're going to do, when we come back, I guess, we're going to do what's called cut to commercial, because I'll remind you that Brindlewood Bay is a TV show. And Anastasia, or really Markus, if you are ready to narrate the commercial when we get back, I will bump up your meddling move roll to a 7 to 9 instead of a miss. We still have to deal with the situation because of Angeli's role, but you'll at least get a clue. Your commercial prompt is Calamity Raccoon's Good Time Pizza Farm. This is I don't think they have Chuck E. Cheese's in the UK, but it's a restaurant where there's
the animatronics,
pizza and animatronics, and this is a commercial for this restaurant featuring wild and crazy Calamity Raccoon. So you narrate that commercial when we get back, and I'll bump up your roll and give you a clue.
What was the prompt?
Calamity Raccoon's Good Time Pizza Farm.
It was Good Time Pizza Farm. God damn it! Thank you.
And so maybe like 15.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah,
right.
sounds good.
All right, we're back in 15, and we'll see. So hopefully, come back and see if our murder maidens survive the freezer. We'll see you in 15.
Welcome back, everyone. We are going, before we dive back into certain death, and recruitment-based adverts. Certain death. We're all
Pretty
going to die. We're going to have a quick lore drop. That's what we do on the RPGeeks. We drop a sprinkling of fascinating facts, and I've got a thematic fascinating fact for you. I've got a biological mystery.
Ooh.
It's the mystery of the menopause. Yay!
I didn't know you were doing that.
Incredible. Shamini Bundell, incredible notes.
Like that. No, but very, very few species have a menopause, have a situation where the females will just stop being able to have babies. Can't have babies anymore. Yes, Emily Bates.
Question.
Yes.
Immediate question. Sorry,
Yes.
Teacher. Is that just because we have medicine and so we stay alive longer and other animals just don't have that level of like staying alive longer than like nature maybe would have let them?
I don't think, because you would be able to tell if animals in captivity.
Yeah, I just suppose. Yeah.
So it's not the case that older animals just continue to be able to happily reproduce, because obviously there's like you're getting older, you're not as healthy. Like there are like inevitable physical limits. But humans and a bunch of whale species have this really specific, like, no more babies, we're done. No more babies, can't have more babies. And evolutionarily, the whole evolution game, it's really about having babies, right? It's a big deal for natural selection. It's like, have you considered having as many children as possible, passing your genes on to as many people as possible?
Is it not like, but you should have them in your prime when they're going to be healthy?
Yeah, you should have them. So then after that, I guess, like, you could just die, right? Some species have a bunch of babies and then they just die because, like, why do you have this extended lifespan?
You usually
So
get the mother gets used for food, right? That's the thing. Like they get eaten.
Sometimes the dad does too. It's great.
The dad,
There's the anglerfish is just like attaches to the female. Their whole life purpose is attached to female
and get absorbed, right?
Used. Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's this sort of question, and there's this one quite popular theory as to why humans have this, and it's called the grandmother hypothesis or the grandmother effect. And the idea is that if you're particularly if you're a social species and you're hanging out in family groups, maybe with your grandchildren, even if I can't have my own babies because it's not really worth it because I'm kind of getting a bit old, what I could do is I could make sure that my grandchildren are more likely to survive because they got my genes too, not as many as my children. But the idea is that and there is
the continuation of your genes.
Yeah. And there's some evidence to support that maybe in situations where the grandmother is helping, that more grandchildren do survive when they've got a grandmother around helping out.
Hey, and if the grandmother's looking after the kids, you can make more.
As someone who has a child with a grandmother, two grandmothers who looks after them, I'm like, yes, more of that, please. Yes, thank you. Here, take this child. Yes, good.
But are you more like, and now more children, Shamini? Because I don't think that is the case.
I would like to say, Shamini, the point I was making was, if you're not looking after the kids, you can have sex.
Yeah, you can have more. That's what we were saying.
I didn't realize.
No.
I know you didn't. That's why I wanted to really clarify.
Maybe
Shamini didn't realize I was saying.
Yeah, no.
I thought maybe you were out foraging for the benefit of your community.
Oh, you're doing nice things. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
No, shagging.
Oh, it was the shagging.
Strong, independent woman, but also
I don't think. Yeah, no, maybe there is a limited. Okay, anyway, right. I'm not getting into the shagging. That's not part of the theory.
We'll do that next week. Yeah.
But it's not. It's really hard to prove. And people are like, let us look at different hunter-gatherers. Let's look at records of pre-industrial Finns. Let's look at orcas. They looked at some orcas, and orcas have the menopause, and the grandmothers, or the older females, are like well good at knowing where all the fish are.
Well, right?
Yeah, and they're like this way to the fish. And it's actually better if they're not having their own babies. They're not distracted from like helping the whole group survival. According to some research.
I kind of get it. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So that is my grandmother hypothesis. Lord Drop for this grandmother themed game.
Nice, amazing. Oh, thanks, Shamini.
No problem.
Currently, there are 4 grandmothers. How long will that last?
For now,
evolutionarily speaking, we're not helping raise grandchildren, so I guess it doesn't matter.
We're solving murders.
That's true. We're contributing this to society.
Yeah. Not useful for evolution. Next.
I'm back to Jason.
Well, now for something completely different. Markus.
Okay. We open on a desert, and you see a mouse open a small oven, take something out. It's a meatball. He's got it on a tiny little platter. And he walks across and he puts it down, the last meatball on the perfect pizza. And he smiles to himself, smells it. Oh, it's great. Closes the lid, picks up this pizza. It's a pizza in a pizza box. Puts this pizza box on, climbs a tiny little ladder. It's the 8th one in a stack on the front of a bicycle. Moves the ladder away, gets on the bike and just begins to cycle. Bang! Jeep coming through. The pizzas are flying up in the air. They land perfectly in the back of the Jeep. This otter wearing a mask, like a red striped mask, just kind of as he drives, kind of keeps driving, kind of looks behind him, grabs one of the pizzas, opens it up, takes a slice, train, smash. The Jeep goes flying, spinning in the air. All of the pizzas go flying up, land perfectly in the carriage. In the carriage of all the people, we see the front of the train with a raccoon leaning out of the front, pulling the whistle. It stops. Flash, title card, Calamity Raccoons, good time, pizza party. You see all these pizzas land in front of all of these people who are hungry, ready to eat, and they're all like, oh, this is brilliant. They all begin to just devour these pizzas, and everyone's laughing, and there are balloons, and you see this train off into the distance, but one of those ones where it like jumps in the tracks and goes flying off.
Nice.
Credits roll.
Bravo.
Beautiful.
We'll fast forward a bit, Nelly. You are on. you were helped up onto the deck of the Regal Lady, which is the Krause family yacht, and the captain, who goes by Captain Curly. He is helping you revive poor Ernestine. It is nighttime. The yacht is, it's lit all over with Edison lights and other kind of like sconces and things, and there's music playing from somewhere. Captain Curly, he's wearing like dazzling officer's whites, and he has a megawatt smile, a little gray at the temples, and he's kind of like trying to help Ernestine, come out of it. And he's like,
I'm gonna have to call
what
her
happened out
family,
there?
and I'm gonna have to tell them that she died on a boat and she was rowing. And,
What were you doing on that little boat in a storm?
Don't you worry about it, dear. We were just having a little jaunt in the water, as one is wont to do in Brindlewood Bay. It's in the name Bay, you see. I've lived here for 20 years.
He's like, well, let me Andrew, and this elderly butler, Andrew, who looks disgusted by your presence, comes up and says, yes, maybe we could take these ladies to one of the staterooms so that they can recover from their ordeal. And Andrew says, I suppose.
Oh, we don't mean to be any bother, Andrew.
This way, madam.
Okay.
Let's paint the scene about the Regal Lady, everyone. This yacht is it's very white. It doesn't show off as great at nighttime, but everything is polished to a shine. We do hear music being piped in from somewhere. Maybe it's in this case it's like a jazzy rendition of Tu vuoi fare l'americano, right? Let's paint the scene. What do we see, either topside or as the ladies go into one of the cabins? What do we see that shows this family has more money than they know what to do with?
Okay. Yes, good. I think on the top deck there is a jacuzzi, as is wont to be on one of these yachts. And that's all sort of well and good. Like, it's a big hot tub. It's got like a bar next to it with probably someone who's like always on service to like feed champagne to them. But then next to the jacuzzi on the edge of the boat is one of those nets that like leans out so you can lie on the net and look at the ocean. And then that's got a bar as well attached. So there's like a harness where whoever's doing the serving at the bar has to like clip into a harness, so they're dangling over the ocean because they couldn't possibly put a platform there for the bar, because the whole point of this is that you're looking down in the ocean and the bar is see-through, and then there's like this harness with all these wires. It's a lot going on, but there's just bars everywhere on the deck, so that at any point you could turn and be like, champagne, and champagne would appear.
Indeed, I think I'll let everybody else speak in a moment, but as you're being led by Andrew, you do hear someone from the jacuzzi area, a young man, shout, Andrew, are you going to bring me my lemon, or do I have to squeeze it out of my hat? And Andrew says, I'll be there in just a moment, sir. And
you can go look after him if you need to. I'll be absolutely fine. And Ernie's dead, so we've moved on. She's making those death sounds. Oh, it's so sad. Ernie, I'm gonna miss you the most, dear. Honestly. Oh.
Let's keep going with they're so rich. Who else wants to say why they have so much money?
I know all about rich yachts because I watched a show called Below Decks, and it was about attractive young people who worked on fancy yachts.
The first few seasons of Below Deck are unhinged.
But I think this yacht isn't was designed by the family, and I think as you pass the kitchen, which is kind of spacious and beautiful, and there's a couple of people moving around in there like preparing food, I think the people keep sort of like getting in the way of each other and having to reach into awkward places, and you kind of realize that the kitchen was designed by the people who own the yacht based on what they wanted it to look like, not by people who know what is needed on yacht kitchens. And it's it looks very nice, but you can see the impracticality.
Completely unusable, when you're at sea. I think as we're going through, there are towels and dressing gowns and things that you wouldn't need if you were like toweling off from the jacuzzi, or like you're coming in from the steam room that I assume is there as well. And every single one of these not only has like the family crest in on the whatever pocket, but each of them has like a name on it. So everyone's got a monogrammed towel, even if it's initials. But there's so many of them because they get lost all the time. So it's just and they maybe just used once and then they're just put to one side. But you can only have your towel that has your monogrammed name on it, or dressing gown with your monogram.
So they have every combination of possible monograms, so that anyone who comes on the yacht.
Yeah. So if you guys get a towel, you'll have your own monogram towel.
It says
however many that would be.
Like, guest 2. Yeah, exactly.
27 factorial or whatever it is. 26 factorial.
Yeah.
So I was absolutely going to say basically the exact same thing as Fiona. So let's just quick switch up. They have bowls of fruit lying around, which are just readily available, nice standard bowl of fruit. But when you get closer, you realise that this is not fruit that is edible. This is all gilded, golden fruit that's just there, and then has been half painted to look like fruit, but it's gold. They have so much gold, they're actually painting the gold to look like the things with just the outline. So instead of it's like reverse gilded. It's not outlined with gold, it's gold outlined with the colours of the fruit.
That's awful.
Very mini law drop. I think it was in the 1400s. They used to paint meat like pates, and in court they would paint them to look like fruit and put them among the fruit, and it was like a gag. And it was like it would be like meat. It would be like meat fruit, and you would and someone would pick it up and bite into it, and it would be meat, and they would freak people out, and it was like a gag that they did at court.
It's like the original. Is it cake?
Yeah, it's the 1400s.
It's real fruit. Yeah,
it was in some documents at the British Library from way back when, and it was a funny thing that they used to do.
Yeah, if I was rich, I'd do that. To be fair, yeah, all right, yeah, I get it.
Andrew will deposit the two of you in just a little cabin with a little seating area, maybe one deck down. You did hear one of the family members hollering at Andrew from the jacuzzi. It does seem like there is getting ready to be some kind of dinner party, because you do see a few people walking back and forth with trays of food, getting things ready. No one seems too bothered by the fact that Dad's dead. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my questions. Ernie,
the scene is yours. Tell me what you do.
I start crying because Ernie's dead. Oh God, I can still hear her voice. Oh,
stop crying! Why are you crying?
Ernie, I'm gonna miss you so much.
It's just sort of waving your face. You all right? Are we here? Did we do it?
You're a ghost.
No, I'm me. I prod myself. I'm me. Prod.
Alive.
Well, you did it. You got us on the boat. Nice work.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, great. This makes everything
I've
much
hurt
easier.
my head hurts a bit, but I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, that put some lotion on it. It'll be fine. Grandma's old trick.
Okay.
Right. So, okay, we're on the boat. We've made it onto the yacht. I think they're having a party.
Oh, that's not good. He's just died.
We need her. She knows about this stuff. Okay.
Well, wait. If they're going to be distracted, maybe we can go snooping in their private rooms and stuff.
Yeah, Yes, this is good. We could talk to some of the waiters as well and find out whether they saw anything. What was the name of the guy who died? I should have kept it in my mind, but it's going.
Here, Albert Krauss.
Yeah, I was going to Mr. Krauss. Yeah.
No, but what was his first name?
Albert.
Albert. Okay.
Well, I can go and look for his private rooms and stuff if you want to go talk to people. You're very good at talking to people.
I'm adequate, but okay. Well,
hey, I believe in you.
Oh, that's Ernie. That's very nice. I didn't know I was so good at rowing.
Yeah. Well, I currently am seeing 2 of you, but I'm sure it's fine. So I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
All right.
You just maybe have some water. I think it might be good. Alfred, I think was the name of the butler. I forgot.
Andrew.
Andrew.
I was waking up at that point.
With an A. Everything begins with an A. Anastasia, Anjali, Andrew, Albert. Oh my God.
We're not team A. We're the A team.
Team B.
No.
Team B. We're N and E. We're EN. N. Team N.
10.
10.
All
10.
right.
High 10.
High 10.
Is that what the kids are doing nowadays? High 10s?
Oh no, it's this horrible 6, 7. Yes, exactly.
7, 6. Yes, my grandchildren say it all the time.
All right.
7, 6.
If there's a
7,
problem,
6.
if there's a problem, shout the code word. Okay.
10.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Understood.
Right.
Okay.
It would be a good time to talk about one of your moves.
Mm-hmm.
You have a move called the Gold Crown Mysteries move. You can do this once per session, and it can only be done once total by the whole table, once per session. It says, once per session, when any maven says, "This reminds me of something that happened to Amanda Delacourt," you work with the other players to describe how something that is happening in the situation reminds the mavens of an event from one of the Gold Crown Mysteries. You have to tell me at a minimum the name of the mystery in question, the problem or situation Amanda found herself in that's similar to what you're all going through, and how Amanda eventually overcame the problem or resolved the situation. If you do this, you take an automatic 12 plus on a roll, or you can state a fact about the current situation that I will incorporate as true. And so maybe there's an Amanda Delacourt book on a yacht, I don't know, or involving a rich family whose father was killed, or something like that.
I feel like the rich family could be a good, a good move. Do we want to do it now, or do we want to hold on it?
Let's percolate.
Maybe? Yeah,
let's percolate on it. Sorry, running around. Yeah, percolate on it, and we'll come up with it.
That's good.
I'm going to check in on the other group. So,
please,
because Markus did the cut to commercial, I am going to say instead, right before the lights go out, Anastasia, you find a clue. You said you were searching his shoes, right? And what you find is a shard of a shard of ceramic, we'll say, and it looks like it got wedged really deep into his shoe, like he stepped on it hard, and it was wedged in tight enough to where after his body was thrown overboard, it didn't come loose, right? But you can pull it out, and you see that it's a shard of like a Ming vase, something like that, right? This is your clue. You'll note that on the mystery section. You'll note that in the little clues section. Just write that down. And then the lights go out and everything proceeds as I previously said. Now, Anjali, a couple of things here. You can avoid this entirely by doing what's called putting on a crown. So you have on your character sheet 2 sections. One's called the Crown of the Queen and one's called the Crown of the Void. We've already seen the Crown of the Queen once when you all did your little opening vignettes. If you wish to do so, you don't have to, but if you do, you can mark another one of those boxes under the Crown of the Queen, or you can mark the first box on the Crown of the Void, and I will, instead of your miss that you rolled, will rewind and do something different, and you'll get a 7 to 9 instead. So that's an option. But you also have another option because of your Maven move. Your Maven move is the B.A. Baracus Maven move, if I remember correctly.
It is.
B.A. Baracus says, once per session, if you and any other number of, or any other number of your fellow Mavens would suffer physical harm, you can describe how that is just narrowly avoided. And so if you wanted to use this move instead, you could describe to me how you and Anastasia actually escape the freezer. So that's another option. So you can basically just rewind it, and this whole this whole situation with the killer in the dark doesn't happen, and you find a clue, or you can let it keep going and you can use your B.A. Baracus move and just escape.
I would like to use a B.A. Baracus move.
Yeah,
That's right.
But
I love it. Per the move, or per the rules of the game, I should say, whenever the Mavens encounter a shadowy figure threatening them, per the rules of the game, you can never see their identity. And so you will always just barely miss who they are. But otherwise, please describe how the two of you managed to escape the situation.
And can I confirm that there was someone outside in the little window pointing a gun inside?
No, they were inside. There's inside.
Oh, they
with
came
you.
inside. That makes more sense. I was very confused. Okay. I was like, don't shoot through the window. Okay, they came in and
I don't know how you're going to get us out of this, but the thing that I will do to help, I am holding a clue and a shoe, and I am throwing the shoe.
Because this is a room full of shelves of fish, I think maybe the gun goes off, but in the darkness misses. One fish sort of explodes all over us, and in the oh god, there's fish everywhere, someone's attacking us. Wait, no, it's just fish. I think some of the shelves start falling down. Some of them, and one of them tips over and does a whole, lovely domino. The mummy, oh no, shelves everywhere, fish everywhere, on top of the hidden assailant.
Indeed, and then you can escape quickly. Probably some people will come running right when they hear the gunfire, and you can kind of escape in the chaos.
Yeah.
But
I think the important thing is that we didn't mean for that to happen. It was just it was dark and it was chaotic and there was fish everywhere and panic ensued and we got lucky.
I love it. You have your first clue. So you have your first clue. Let's talk a little bit more about how this works, the mystery that is. So every murder mystery in this game has what's called complexity. And the complexity score of this mystery is 6. Now, you're going to be gathering clues, and presumably in a moment, Nellie and Ernestine will find some, and you all might continue finding some. But eventually you're going to gather enough to where you're going to have a conversation about, based off the clues you have, who do we think killed Mr. Krause? Who do we think did it? Now, here's the real trick in Brindlewood Bay. I, as the keeper, don't know who killed Albert Krause. I have no idea who did it. You all are going to take your clues and you're going to have a conversation based off your clues, and you're going to come up with a theory of the case of who you think did it. When you're coming up with that theory, you do have the ability to add extra context to the clue. So for example, you might say that, that shard, that vase, that shard of the Ming vase, I actually know for a fact that this vase is a counterfeit. It wasn't really a Ming vase. It was not a real Ming vase, or something like that. Or maybe you find maybe in the future you find a weird sequence of numbers somewhere, and then when you're getting ready to theorize, you can kind of give meaning to that. You're I think that weird secret of numbers is a bank account or something like that, right? So you have the freedom to kind of play with the clues in that way. Everything that happens in the story is relevant context for answering the question, but only the clues, the capital C clues, count towards the complexity of the mystery. So whenever we get ready to actually solve the mystery, you're going to roll some dice, and that die roll is basically minus the complexity, but every clue you work into the theory increases it by 1. So once you get to at least 6 clues, you kind of have a flat roll at that point, but you can go more and get a better roll. And so that's kind of generally how it works. We also have this floating clue that Nellie has, this like brass pyramid sculpture thing. That is a fantastic clue to add context to, right? Because, you know, maybe there's like a little bit of blood on it. Maybe it was a weapon, or maybe it has a weird sequence of numbers on it or something like that, right? So just keep that in mind. You essentially have 2 clues right now. So with that little clue and mystery tangent done, any questions about it?
No, I think we're all good.
Then let's carry on. Nellie and Ernestine, what's your plan now that you're inside the yacht? You can go back out, or it sounded like you were splitting up and maybe like doing different things here.
Yes, we're splitting the party further. So yeah, I think I'm going to mainly sort of run distraction and talk to some of the people on the yacht, and to give sort of Ernestine maybe a bit more cover to go into Albert's like bed chambers and like
any private office or something if I can find that.
I love it. Yeah, it's great. Okay, fantastic. So in that case, Nellie, who are you going to go try to find to talk to?
I will just sort of stumble up to the top deck, and I'll head towards the jacuzzi and whoever I heard in the jacuzzi, because they sound fun, and be like, "Oh, hello, dear. Hi. Hello."
You will see a young man. He is partially submerged in the jacuzzi.
Oh.
He has dark hair. The water is like up to his like eyes, and he's just like staring at you.
I'll just step back.
And he kind of comes out.
Hello.
You're very old.
Yes, you're not.
Well, what is a random old person doing on our yacht?
I was in a rowboat and I nearly died, and you saved me.
Oh.
So well done. I appreciate it. Was it you? Did you save me?
I have been told that I have a sort of heroic nature, but I think that has more to do with fashion than it does any particular physical bravery.
Right. What's your name?
David Krause.
David. That's lovely. One of my grandchildren is called David. Oh, you've gone again. Okay. David, you have to breathe eventually. David, you can't stay under there. You'll turn into a prune.
Do you have a swimsuit?
On me? No. Well, I do have one, yes.
Andrew! And Andrew is already there with a dressing screen and a swimsuit.
Hello, Andrew.
And a champagne, if you want.
Oh, yes, okay. Why not? You know what? Went on a yacht. I've never been on a yacht before. It's lovely. Andrew, you're a very kind man.
He just rolls his eyes.
Oh, Andrew, you're so silly. Okay, well, I'll just here behind this.
Change into that and join me.
Okay. I will. Nellie's in for it. She's
deep cover, Nellie. Yeah.
Changes, gets in the jacuzzi.
What do you think? It's Versace.
The jacuzzi?
No, your bathing suit.
Oh. I thought he made windows.
And you can get in if you wish.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
He says, "Isn't this fun?"
Honestly, I'm having a lovely time.
I love the elderly.
Oh, I'm old, but I wasn't always old,
There's something about the elderly that just makes you think, wow, this could all just end at any time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that can happen.
Really
I thought my
makes you
friend died
appreciate
tonight.
things.
Yeah. So like, your father or Albert.
My father.
I heard about your dad, maybe dad.
Oh,
maybe.
right. Yeah. It's very sad.
Very sad. It's all the talk in the town.
Really?
Are you okay? Yeah.
No, I'm not sure I am.
Oh, sweetie. Oh, look, it's in my and she sort of leans out and she goes into like a little like pocket and pulls out a Werther's original and goes, "Here you go. Was this help? Would this help? A little
He's like-
candy?"
He just opens his mouth.
Okay, I'll unwrap it for you. Oh, there you go.
It was
that
very
better?
sad about my father.
Yeah, you would be. What happened?
Well, I've been told to say that he got drunk and fell overboard.
Right, but that's not what happened.
Go ahead and make the meddling move at this point. It's going to be with presence, I'll say.
Presents. Oh no, that's 0. Okay.
You've got this. Undercover.
Come on, dice. Do what you did. Do what you did last time. Oh, it's the dice I can't read. That's a 4, and that's a 3. 7.
A 7. That's not too bad.
It's okay. It's not under 7.
He says, he's got this like Werther's original in his mouth, you know. He's like, it was very sad. Very, very sad.
Yeah.
I'm reminded, of course, of the great performance artist Gao Bai. Do you know Gao Bai?
Do I know Gao Bai?
Gao Bai, so committed to his work, he threw himself from the top of a 5-story building, the ultimate artistic expression. If only my father's death could have been so significant, but he lacked vision.
Oh, that sounds not like good art, really. Wait, you're saying your father jumped off the boat?
But no,
No.
I'm sure he was. He was drunk and he fell off, right?
No. Yeah, well, obviously, yes, obviously. Wink. She says wink very loudly as she does it. But you know,
We won't talk about how he was having a fight with my mother the same night, but
Oh, well, you know, is she here still?
and
Do you
the
feel
fight
safe?
definitely wasn't about how we think that my sister Emily is
Great name, lovely name, beautiful name.
not my dad's.
Oh, oh, the drama. Is that what you kids are calling it with that?
6, 7.
7, 6. I remember my grandchild taught me that. Oh, right. So do you and your mother get on?
That's your
or
clue.
Okay.
Your clue is that Alison Krause and Albert Krause had a fight about Emily,
Parentage of Emily.
the parentage of Emily.
Okay.
Emily is an adult woman, so this is an old. This must have been an old issue that was brought back, or maybe it's connected to something else. But in any case, that's your clue. He keeps
Okay.
going and says,
Mm.
and I'll tell you what else.
What?
I happen to know for a fact that on the night my father died, he
No. I'm no. I will try and like hit him on the back.
This is your complication from your clue. If you are going to try
Albert.
you can try to save him with the night move, or you can put on a crown and avoid this entirely.
If I don't, I think I should probably put on a crown, shouldn't I? This feels like not
Choice.
Don't let someone die. I'll put on a crown. Okay.
It's not even letting someone die. You gave him the Werther's original.
You committed the murder.
It's not murder. It's not murder if he chokes on something he's eating. So okay, I do. Where?
So you
Sorry.
have two options: the crown of the queen and the crown of the void. On the crown of the queen, you can mark any of those boxes you wish. You don't have to do what it says right away, but you can choose any of them. The crown of the void, you just mark the very first thing. Be thinking about that.
I'm going to do Crown of the Void.
Fantastic. Let's just go ahead and read it for folks watching.
Yeah, because it's too fun.
I have to step away for a moment, but you guys carry on.
So it's a shadow in the garden. Hereafter, during cozy vignettes focused on your cozy move scenes involving you, you must also narrate how dark entities subtly reveal themselves in the scene.
So, for example, when we do the little like opening credit montage, you describe
Sure.
something creepy in the background as well.
Right. Yes. I want that. Perfect. And so with that, I can then like.
Yeah, we'll come back to it.
Okay, great.
Ernestine, where do you go?
All right, so thinking like Nellie's got it. She's got it all undercover. No one will suspect. And now it's my turn. And I'm just gonna go towards where I think the office of Albert would be. Like I presume it's gonna be at the front of the boat, big view and all that thing. I'm just gonna go in and ruffle through some drawers and see what I can find.
You can do that. As you're kind of like moving around, looking through things, let's paint the scene, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
As Ernestine is rifling around through files and things, how can we tell that Albert Kraus was really bad at business?
Oh, I think there's obviously business stuff everywhere, but there's also just it mixed in with it. There are like personal receipts, there's books, like there's a copy of Shakespeare, like in amongst the filing cabinet with like invoices in. I think you've got like pictures probably only of David and not Emily in amongst some of the papers. And it's just sort of nothing's particularly organized. Everything's a bit haphazard and there's no filing system. It's all just everywhere. And it's not even necessarily that business was kept in here. It just seems like anything that was vaguely paper based. He went, in the study, perfect, of the yacht. Yes, that's where that lives. So there's like old birthday cards and maps of like random countries that he visited. So like nothing is useful. You can't like easily sort through much. Just to make our job harder.
I think on top of that, there is, if he's got like a computer, like it's unlocked or whatever, but if I go onto it, all the browsing history is all news about Bitcoin, all the various names and like showing all the stock market stuff, but like it's all the horrificness of like these like the latest like business ventures. I'm thinking like NFTs, like it's that sort of like Shark Tank or Dragon's Den where it's like, look at this thing and you're like, oh yeah, that looks great, and then any thought into it is gone. So there's like news articles about like the latest things that are just terrible.
He's got a framed ape.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
God, yeah.
As you rifle through emails, or maybe it'll pop up as it kind of happens, but you realize that there's a lot of kind of these investment things, not a lot of actual like work emails, not a lot, and you realize that there is an out of office that is on that email that's been on for the last like 3 years. Like you think, oh, he's had an out of office for the last month. No, that's actually dated from 3 years ago. This guy's not been dealing with anything for like a while.
And now he'll be out of office forever.
No.
What's your approach here, Ernestine? What do you do?
Seeing like the chaos, I'm like, oh, this is bloody typical. And I think back to my days of working at the scout camp when, there'd been like rumors of like the boys bringing in some contraband, and I'd have to go in and I'd have to like sort of like zone out and see what, and try and like pinpoint what is tat, what is important, and just using that experience and try and go through everything. I'm not worried about being stealthy in this. I think I'm just going for as much as I can, as quickly as I can.
Go ahead and roll with reason. The meddling move.
All right. With reason. Sorry, look at what I've got.
Oh, but you're rattled though, aren't you?
Oh, I thought you wouldn't notice, but yes.
Because you're rattled, add a third die to it, and you're going to roll at disadvantage, and that means you're going to take the two lowest of the three.
Oh, with my reason as well. Yeah, so it's a +2, but we'll get rid of that 6, which is a shame. But we've got 2 and a 3 on the dice, +2, so that is 7 total.
Not horrible. I'll give you your clue in a moment. I want to check back in with. I know we don't have Angeli at the moment, but I do want to check in with Anastasia. What's your next move here? Do you think, Anastasia? After you escape the danger of the fish market, where do you head from there?
Yeah, we both get outside and realize that we are covered in fish, and we smell, and we both, I think, at that point, like without saying anything, make the decision: we're going home.
That is when Etienne walks up to you while you're stinking of fish.
Oh, the worst timing.
And he says, he's got like his little like knapsack, you know, and he's got his like Frenchman of the Sea clothes off, and he's now just in normal clothes, and he says, "Oh, Anastasia, hey, so shall we head over to that coffee date?"
Yes, of course. I was just freshening up for you.
This is going to be the night move because you are covered in fish guts. What are you afraid is going to happen right now if you lose your nerve?
If I lose my nerve,
Or if the situation just because that gets out of hand. What are you?
I'm
afraid
worried that he's going to be into it.
of? Oh,
I'm worried that
interesting.
actually, hey,
Valid.
I'll work.
Interesting. I have to now say how it's worse than that.
How is it worse, Jason? Tell me.
How it's worse than that is we're going to learn that the two of you actually have had we're going to learn that he's actually been very fond of you for a long time, and he's going to do something very, very
Oh no.
cringy.
Oh no.
Over
no.
dramatic declarations of love.
If you wish to continue, you must roll with, I think this is probably presence. I think that makes the most sense. And because you have the coffee date condition, I'm going to put you at disadvantage as well.
I mean, that seems entirely reasonable.
So roll 3d6 and take the two lowest.
Excellent. We don't want the 5. Get that 5 out of here, which leaves me with these tasty 2 1s.
Ah,
Oh no.
But it's okay because my presence is 0. So
Yep.
we can
Great.
get-
So at least it's a 2.
Yeah.
Ooh, snake eyes.
So it's going to go well.
Uh-oh.
I think even though Angeli's not here with us in person, Angeli the character is definitely there in the scene and sees all of this. He says, "Wow, there's something about you being covered in fish entrails and smelling like work. Anastasia, I have something to confess to you."
Is now definitely the time?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, you and I, we've known each other ever since you got here to Brindlewood Bay, and I've always kind of liked you. I've always kind of admired you from afar, but I always thought, Etienne, let it go. She's too good for you. She's a lady of society, and you're just a working class Joe. But now I can see that there's more to you than I thought. Meaning the fish guts, but you means you're really willing to get in there and put yourself in danger. I mean, there's a gunfire. The police are here, and you're in the middle of it. And I don't know. I just feel like maybe I've misunderstood you, and I just think this is a sign. And neither of us are getting any younger, and he gets on his knee. Anastasia, Clement, I'm sorry, I don't know your middle name. Will you make me the luckiest man in the fish market right now at this moment? I don't know, I'm not good at this. Will you marry me?
Etienne.
We'll cut away from this and go back over to the
No. Stay.
Yes. Good.
You mark Shadow in the Garden, Nelly. So instead, David will not choke. We rewind that, and instead we see he does like cough a little bit as he like swallows the thing before he.
Oh, you have to be very careful. Make sure you crunch them down before
like,
you.
Well, but I just got new caps put on, and I don't want to,
New caps.
I shouldn't be eating
On
candy.
your teeth, a hat?
Anyway, my parents, they had this fight, and it was, like a whole thing. My sister, Emily, so upset. She's not even here right now. She's like, she just like took a boat, and she's just like hiding out in your little town somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
And it's just been a lot. It's just been a lot.
I bet it has.
I didn't get your name.
Oh, it's Nellie.
Nellie.
Mm-hmm.
What a great name.
Are you lying, David?
Yes, I am.
I've got a lot. It's okay. It's okay, David. I have lived a life, okay? I mean, look, see all these wrinkles? Look, there's so many of them, right? You have almost no wrinkles.
Have you ever considered parallax? Do you know parallax?
No, I haven't. And I don't know.
It's this really fantastic injectable.
Have you considered it? It might fix this one.
It's made from the venom. Thank you very much. It's made from the venom of like jungle snakes, anacondas. Maybe do they have venom? I'm not sure.
My anaconda don't.
I don't know what that means. So
my son used to sing it.
You're so comforting to me, Nellie. You really.
Sweetheart.
I just feel so warm and centered right now.
I think that's the jacuzzi.
Right, it is very hot.
It's warm, and look. Do you have anyone you can talk to?
He takes your hand. I don't, Nellie. I don't have anyone I can talk to.
That's really sad. Okay. Well, maybe you shouldn't be living. How old are you, David?
Well, I have recently celebrated my 29th birthday.
All right, so you're 32.
29.
29. Obviously, I'm 40 in that case. It's a joke. I was making a joke because I'm not 40 and you're not 29.
No, you're like 85 or something.
I'm 84.
Oh, well.
Okay.
We should go.
What was the parallax? No. Okay. Yes. Well, this has been lovely, David. And David, I think maybe you are a 29-year-old man, and you are so lovely, and what a delight you are to talk to, and your skin is crazy smooth. It looks like a mirror almost. I feel like I can see my reflection in it. And why are you still on your parents' yacht? Maybe we should be considering strike. You seem not very stupid. So why not, strike out on your own?
You mean like get a job?
Well, I guess, how much money do you have without mom and dad's money? Mom. Ew. Okay, you don't have to. I'm just saying, okay, you're going under the water again. Okay, just make sure you don't breathe when you're under there. It's bad for you. Okay, goodbye. I'm gonna get out of this vesichy now. So it's lovely to meet you, David.
Ernestine.
Yeah.
Remind me where we saw you last. You were going through
I was going through the stuff, and I got a 7 on my meddling move to try and find documents.
That's right. Yeah. Let's give you your clue now. Let's see here. Oh. You find a letter.
Ooh.
The letter does not have well, that's not true. The letter is addressed to A.
Sure.
Just the letter A.
Mm.
And I'm not going to go through the exact wording of it, but it is a love letter. And it's signed by Midshipman Etienne Beauregard. This is from Etienne's time in the Navy. He's writing a love letter to someone named A.
Oh.
that is your clue.
Oh, steamy stuff. I'll put that in my pocket. Save it for later. Oh.
I owe you a complication on this clue.
Oh.
I think I'm going to just kind of go with what I did last time.
Mm-hmm.
The lights go out.
Oh.
You hear the chuk chuk
Oh, no.
as someone closes the office door. What do you do?
I think back to my time at Scout Camp, as always. They're playing Syllabuggers. And I drop to the floor in a fetal position.
This is going to be the night move.
Okay.
What are you afraid is going to happen right now?
I'm afraid that someone will come. Is in the room with me, and they'll find me. And they think they'll know what I'm here for. And I think I would be found out that I'm poking around in this person's room.
It's worse than that. You will be killed.
Mm.
This is going to be with composure. Go ahead and you are rattled as well, so I'm putting you at disadvantage also.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Composure is at
Crown.
Well, probably. There's only a +1 to composure, so that's not too bad, but we'll see. Ooh, all right. So that is a total of 5. So a failure.
You instinctively drop to the ground. Why? Who can say? But you're kind of there, just like shivering, kind of in the fetal position.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear and you see the silhouette of a figure in the office. Where they came from, it's not even clear. They're in the opposite direction of the office door.
Mm.
They stand over you. You can't see them because it's dark. You can't see who it is. But they get down on they kind of like on their haunches while you're there, just curled up in the fetal position. And a black gloved hand just gently strokes the hair behind your ear. I'm sorry about this. And then they just wrap their hands around you. Please do me the honor of being Mrs. Etienne Beauregard.
Etienne, of course I would. I am in the middle of something right now, but we'll go for coffee tomorrow and discuss it in proper.
I don't have a ring, but I do have he goes through his pockets. Oh wait, I do have a ring. Tomorrow. We'll make plans tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
You're going to make me the happiest man in Brindlewood County, if not the world.
Tomorrow.
Right. When we get married, Angelique can't be one of your bridesmaids. That's my only condition. And then he turns and goes. Change coffee date to engaged to Etienne.
Incredible. Incredible.
I think he's getting a ring from a corpse.
Yeah, he kind of dropped a little bit of a involuntary clue there of some sort.
Hey, don't you apologize for that. I'm eating it all up. I'm loving this. This is intense, and I'm so excited.
Let's check back in with Nelly. So
Yeah,
Nelly,
Nelly's had a lovely time in the jacuzzi. So
Nelly, after you get your dry clothes back on, where do you go?
yeah. Okay. Right. I found David. I will sort of wander down. I would like to go to the kitchen.
Okay. That's easy enough to find. You see people
Yeah.
kind of coming, kind of people like in wearing like kind of server jackets, coming up and down, that kind of thing.
And I sort of go in, and I'm looking for like maybe not the chef, but like someone who's kind of running the operation,
Yeah.
kind of, organizing where people are going, like sending the waiters and like timing things. I'm looking for that person.
I think you actually see Mrs. Krause in the kitchen,
Oh.
kind of talking to the chef. She is thin, graceful, very well dressed, very stylish, wearing kind of black and white. And she's talking to the chef, and she says, I mean, it's just like Albert to go and get himself killed when I'm on the precipice of charity fundraiser greatness. The man could be so self-involved.
I'm so sorry. I just have an urge to hug you and tell you how much I love you. No, okay. And then she snaps out of whatever that was. And hi, hello, dear, hello.
You must be one of the women who were caught in that storm.
That is me. I'm just naturally trying to do your accent. I'm so sorry. Yes, that is me. I've had a very tough day. It's actually been quite emotional.
You poor thing. You seem so discombobulated.
That's
Here,
what I am.
Have some alcohol.
Oh, you know what? Yes. Nelly, just take the glass. Not drink any, but we'll sort of give it a big sniff. Oh, it's lovely. I was just ever so wondering if I could maybe just have some bread. I don't want to be a bother, but my stomach feels rather empty after all of the sea moving around. Oh.
I'm sure we have some kind of bread. Chef, do we have a baguette or perhaps a focaccia that this lovely woman can use to settle her stomach?
Oh, you can call me Nelly.
Nelly. Yes, my dear friend Nelly. And she kind of embraces you.
Oh, that's very nice. What's your name?
I'm Alison Krause, the bereaved widow.
Oh, you poor dear. Oh, I heard. It must be so difficult. I'll give her a big hug.
Oh, I was always warning Albert about drinking at night on a boat that rocks back and forth on the waves.
Is that not what we're doing right now?
Yes, but well, you're right. I'm giving it up. Chef, I'm giving it up. Andrew, I'm giving it up.
She's giving it up?
And she just stuffed some bread in her mouth.
Okay. Oh, okay. You don't look like you've had carbs for years. So is that okay?
I love it so much.
Carbs are great. Okay. I'm going to have some bread too. Okay. I'll eat bread with her for a minute. So your husband died, huh? Mine too.
Oh, yes.
That's why I moved here, because my husband died.
It's sad.
Well, I wasn't that sad. I mean, I was sad, but he was fine, Sure. How was your husband? Was he okay? Was he good?
Make the meddling move with presents.
Not presents. Okay, meddling. Wow. That's +0 is a 7. It's positive.
She kind of like goes on for some time, talking about Albert, not really giving you any kind of useful information. She's sticking to the story that he got drunk and fell overboard.
Sure.
That's all kind of going on, and somebody comes up to her, Captain Curly, say, and he kind of whispers to her. He's whispering it to her, but you can hear it.
Turn the hearing aid up.
We need you in the engine room now. And the complication to your clue is you have to follow her to the engine room to get your clue.
Oh, that's fine.
She says, Nellie, my dear, poor, sad friend Nellie,
Oh,
I'm needed elsewhere.
okay. Where?
Don't you worry about that.
Okay, I won't.
Just have another piece of focaccia, and
Oh, I
I'll
will.
come collect. You
Thank
should stay for dinner.
Oh, that would be lovely. My friend is recovering as well. Ernie, she hit her head.
Oh, love it. And she goes off
I'll sort
with
of
Captain
take
Curly.
a couple of bites of bread and then follow.
Indeed. I'm going to push our session to a conclusion here with the wedding proposal or marriage proposal having happened. You can go down a few levels to get to the engine room. And there's this sound. This droning sound of what is presumably the machinery, the engine itself, right? The guts of the ship. You hear this. And we just see you creeping about, trying to find the engine room, trying to find out where they went.
I'm going to keep going.
Ernestine, there are a pair of black leather gloves wrapped around your throat. Your eyes are bulging out. Your skin is turning chalk white. The droning noise changes. Zero, nevrozo, dizavro, dizavro. Nevro, zinavro, devavro. Let's go to end of session.
Oh.
What?
End of session. You all have 3 end of session questions. The first is, did the murder maven solve a mystery? Not yet. However, Nellie, did you behave like a woman half your age?
Maybe a little. I did
a lot,
I
actually.
did put on Versace and get in a jacuzzi.
You did.
So yeah, I think I did.
You take 1 XP there. Did you dote on someone? I'd say David, actually.
Do you know? I think it was kind of doty.
And also Allison to some degree.
Yeah. That was more Emily being really excited by the voice. That was all that was. Like maybe a bit sad and a bit happy at the same time.
You pick up 2 XP. Ernestine,
Mm-hmm.
did you secretly undermine the authority of a local official?
I'd say Isaiah. I stood in the face of Isaiah and carried on the boat.
Indeed. And what's your other question here? Did you share a memory of a late family member? It can be in flashback also.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the flashback at the beginning about my partner and stuff. So yes, I'll take that.
You get your 2 XP.
Thank you.
We'll check in with Shamini whenever she's
maybe
back.
next time. Yeah,
next time. But Anastasia, did you show someone that you've, quote, still got it?
I got engaged.
I mean, that's the end, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And did you share a memory of a late family member, including in flashback?
I don't think maybe. I'm fine to say no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think I did enough.
Let's see.
Oh my goodness.
Before we go to, I'd like to do a little Stars and Wishes debrief, but before we go to that, I do want to tell you that on this same night, somewhere else in the town of Brindlewood Bay, there is a room, a candlelit room. And in this candlelit room, there's a long heavy oaken table. And there's a person laying on the table. A man, naked. His body has been artfully composed as if he is dinner. Bits of charcuterie and sort of little finger foods and nibbles all around, but also little decorative bits of flowers and things like that. He clearly can't move, and his eyes are wide, and he's terrified. A group of people, about a dozen people, enter the room. They are all wearing long robes and cowls, and they have masks that look like the faces of like a Greek statuary. And they all take up positions around the table. And their leader raises his hands to address the group. We are here tonight to celebrate the awakening of our queen, Persephone. We thank her for this bounty, and we honor her. We honor her in the manner of her child, Zagreus the Devourer. And they all remove their masks, and we just see them descend on this man. And he screams as blood goes flying. And now we'll go to stars and wishes.
Ah!
Stars are things that we enjoyed about the session, and wishes are things that we hope to see next time. Whoever wants to go, take it away.
What an ending, I think. I'll go first. Some stars. Wow, what a great thing. I think everyone did really good. I love the little paint the scenes stuff that we were doing. I thought the little details were really fun. I like the yes ending. I like the idea that he has that. I think, Jason, you put it, the little framed ape picture, the NFT, which is awful sort of thing. Feels really relevant. Markus, I really love Anastasia and just how cool and collected she is until she's met with a coffee date. And we're all there going like, don't do it. And you're like, do it. So
got engaged instead.
Got engaged as a result.
Can't say no.
Emily, I love Nelly just going like, yeah, I'll get in. I love it when you interact with other NPCs. just go for it and be like, what's the worst that can happen? And it turns out you had a really nice time. Everyone else nearly died.
I thought I was going to have a really bad time in the boat, and then suddenly it was just turned into
out you were having
day.
a great time. Yeah, absolutely. And I know she's not here just now, but I thought Shamini's Anjali was just brilliant. I'd love to see I think it'll be really fun to see. That's my wish for next time, is that Anjali is proper into the mystery side of it, and because obviously she's made us this character to be like, oh, the murder mystery side. So I'd love to see what she makes of all these clues that we found and see what she comes up with that. But yeah, I'll throw it over to whoever wants to do some stars and wishes.
What do you want to go, Markus, or I can do it?
Yeah, I'm happy to go. Some of the things I enjoyed, which is difficult when you enjoy the whole session, obviously.
Yeah.
I really, really liked, Emily, how you were being very belligerently, obnoxiously provocative and playing it off as being slightly old and dithering, but you were saying things that were deliberately like, poke. And I thought that kind of, that was making a choice that was antagonistic in a fun way, rather than what might be like the obvious choice to make kind of thing. You were doing things that were fun to try and talk to people and get a rise out of people. I really like that.
Thank you.
And Fiona, I really, really loved the way that you fully sold and stayed in character at all times and were never deterred by things. And I really liked the resilience with which you kind of conducted everything. And my wish for the next session would be the mixing up the pairings to see how people kind of interact with the other pairs. As much as I absolutely love Anjali, I think she's fantastic. It'd be nice to see how she interacts with either of you two.
I think, I mean, massive stars for the NPCs, Jason. Like, I mean, when you said David as the posh boy, I was like, I wonder if he's doing what I think he's doing. Then he started talking, and I was like, I think he is doing what I think he's doing.
I'm doing the roses from Schitt's Creek.
And then when I met not Moira, Alison, I was like, but no, and I got really sad suddenly again because I was like, but I love her, and I just loved like playing with them was just great. That's so my kind of like bouncing backwards and forwards. When I thought he was going to die, I was devastated. I was like, no, I'll do anything. Like, you have to stop it. And yeah, so that like massive, all the NPCs, but in particular those two for me because I got sort of that one-on-one time with them. Fiona, the choice of making it a rowboat. I love your choices in games always, but that one of just being like, yeah, it's a rowboat, when he gave you the option of a motorboat and you were like, yeah, it's a rowboat, and I was like, no, we're old women and now we have to row across the ocean. Like, fantastic. And like just all the choices like around that, I just was like, yes, this is so good. Markus, oh my god, Anastasia is just delightfully horrendous and wonderful, and like the leaning straight into the proposal, like not even considering that like you could possibly say no to that, and just going with that big like, yeah, cool, she's engaged now. Just such good like story, like movement, and like keeping things going, and just I loved it. I love Anjali like so much that I'm Shamini, you have to come back so I can play with her. And yeah, I loved that session. Like, that was I put it in chat, like it was a roller coaster, like going from the proposal to Ernie dying, and like I was just like, no, and then what was that voice at the end? Terrifying. I think my wish is I need to remember my pyramid, so it's a little bit of a reminder, because I think I've got a vague idea now after that bit of what the pyramid might be. But also, like, I just, yeah, my wish is basically just to keep playing the game because I want to see how it all comes together. But I think, like, I want that moment of all of us, like, putting the clues together, which, again, I know is baked into the game, but that my wish is just I want that to have time so we can really, like, do it in character and, like, work out, like, how our characters, like, all come together with it. Because, yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic session. I always... I've played with Fiona before, but otherwise it was a new table for me, and that's always kind of you never know how it's going to go, right? So I was really happy that everybody had a great time and we were all kind of like vibing and stuff, and that's really good. I've run Dad Overboard like 9 million times, and so that part of it I was not worried about, but it was fun to see how even after I've run Dad Overboard so many times, you still get so many like variations. Like, it's always very different every time, and a lot of that comes down to like the way you play your characters, and so I really enjoyed the Murder Mavens. Star for leaning into the proposal, because I think that just makes the story really interesting. Star for like a star for like kind of pushing into the dangerous places. This is kind of this is really for everybody, but particularly for Fiona and Emily, because like I think splitting up on the yacht like was like a power move, because it's like, oh, we're really vulnerable now because we're by ourselves, and so that was great fun. I also really just enjoyed the role play between Nellie and my Roses with the serial numbers filed off characters. That was really fun. We didn't get to explore it too much, but I was really enjoying the kind of developing rivalry / antagonism between Etienne and Anjali, which is made extra complicated now because like Etienne is maybe going to marry Anastasia, and like I don't know. I really hope we get to. That's my wish too. I hope we get to kind of explore that dynamic a little bit next time. So, but yeah, no, just really excited. That's all I got.
Another star quickly for Markus's commercial break. As well.
Oh yeah, Calamity. I forgot about Calamities.
Yes,
that was great.
Yeah, so much fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've never seen that move happen before, so yeah, I really enjoyed seeing that in play. So yeah, there you go.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well,
Brilliant stuff.
yeah. Well, then, we'll be back next week. But until then, we do have some patron shout outs.
True.
Yes.
Oh, we need to put them in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do you
So
wanna-
if you do join our Patreon, which is patreon.com/RPGeeksDND, any of the paid tiers, you have the option to be built into the worlds of our games. We pick sometimes randomly, sometimes if we have new people join in a week, we'll put them in. And this week we've got 2 new people
Mhm.
to put in the game. So Fiona, you have the names.
Yes, I do. We have the first person we have is a person called Travis Worst. Travis Worst. Where do we think?
Worst.
So we'll hand it out to the whole table. Where do we think they would fit into this game of Brindlewood Bay? It could be like an NPC. It could be like someone that's connected to us. But yeah, open it to the table.
That could be like there's loads of
Do we get to work Travis into the game next time? Is that the plan?
If you would like
up
to.
to you.
Up
don't
to you.
have
Yeah,
to.
you don't.
Like,
No,
the idea is
yeah,
they
it's a lot of work.
they exist somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But
Maybe I kind of like the idea of Travis being maybe Travis is like some kind of like family attorney to the Krauses.
Ooh.
Like why is he on the yacht? like while they're vacationing when dad goes missing or dead, you know. So I don't know, that's
I love
suspicious.
that.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Travis, welcome to the story. Like
Yes.
you're
Yeah,
in
you've got to
now.
keep those bad people in check, it seems like. And then our second person is Micaiah Parker. I do have a suggestion, unless someone else
Go
got it,
for
but
it.
I
Okay.
think Micaiah Parker is the voiceover person that did the fish mascot in front of the marketplace. So they're the ones that say like, catch of the day.
Catch
you know?
of the day.
Yeah.
Catch of the day. Catch
Catch of the day. Yeah.
Catch of the day. Catch
Yeah.
of the catch of the
But
catch.
I think maybe it's like how we had with the tube, right? Because there was that person who does keep back, mind the gap and all that sort of thing, and then they changed that person's voiceover to a newer one, but the partner of the older person who was like, that's the only time she can get to hear his voice because he passed away. So there was a big petition to get him back, the old voiceover for the tube. So I think that's happened in town, is that it was all replaced, like this person did all the voiceovers and then they tried to do it with some automated sort of no, get the old person back. It was a big petition. Now we have Micaiah's Parker's voice back on. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Got those 2 folks in.
Love it.
Amazing.
Well, thank you all so much for watching. This has been a delight. I cannot wait for next week. We will be back here at 7 p.m. UK time. Have a check on our Discord to see what time that is in your area. You can follow us all over socials at RPGeeksDND. Marcus, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at twitch.tv/MarcusBoy with 3 eyes.
Yeah, boy. Lovely stuff. And Jason, where can people find you? Where can people find this incredible game?
Best thing is to go to our website, gauntlet-rpg.com. And I am personally on Blue Sky at Jason Cordova.
Brilliant stuff. So please do everyone go check all that out because I can't wait for next week. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
This has been fab. And yeah, I think all that's I have to say is have a lovely evening, everyone. And we'll
Don't
see you
die.
next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Don't get engaged either. It can be dangerous.